right, all right. James, we 24 seconds late. What? Don't say that. All right, all right. Hey, is my microphone too loud or is it good?
Good evening, sir. Can I please have your full name and date of birth?
Tap.
He needs an interpreter, Your Honor.
Oh, my apologies. Do we have the interpreter on?
You're not supposed to be late, sir. It's good. All right, all right. Cool. Select live streams. Mic is perfect. All right, cool. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, God. Cool. Build cool things, if you will. Hey, what's up, baby girl and my kids? Heart, kissy face. What? Let me see. Oh boy, let's not have a repeat of last night's. You never know around here. Can't guarantee that. Maricopa. Here we go. 11th initial appearances. Bam. James, I can't see the words on the screen because I'm setting them up. Hold up, Grasshopper. Hold up. Hey, what up, Panda? Amanda 721 Canadian flag. What's up? Johnny, he's here for drogas, you say? James, I can't see him. The thing is covering his face. Should we keep him? I think we're going to keep him like this to protect his identity, since people are always concerned. James, you shouldn't be streaming this. Look, it's going to follow him the rest of his life. I think he has bigger problems than going viral on TT, if you will. James, shh, I can't hear. Got to click the mute. I'm going to teach you a lesson right here. James, move it. We can't see his eyes. We can't see him. Oh, man. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. Hey, what up, Nick? How's it going? Terry, Liz, how are you guys doing over there on, what are you guys on? Oh, you guys are on YT. Are you guys on the vertical stream? If you guys on the vertical stream, let me see. Make sure I don't miss none of that. Build cool things. Who was here this morning listening to the inmates? Oh, that was. Hey, I gotta cut that one down. I gotta go ahead and cut that one down. That was crazy. Hey, what's up, Joey? Oh, live imperfectly perfect. Hey, Brad. Thank you for the daily heart. Highly appreciate that. James, I can't hear nothing. Yeah, because they're not talking. Delay of game. Let me see who else. Hey, and for anybody that's in here, hey, Lynn, thank you. Emily, thank you for that daily heart. Let me see. Sharissa, gracias. Oh, snap. I got the Elvis dude going on. Who sent that over here? Hey, oh, thank you, HD. Highly appreciate that. Let me see. It was funny. That first guy this morning was on point. I hope he does well. Hey, thank you, Jaime. Gracias. Highly appreciated. Let's see. Oh, I got to make sure you guys could hear me over here on this other platform. Because if not, I won't see the messages till later. Let me see. Hey, what's up, Justin? How's it going? All right. I'm trying to pay attention to all the chats because I got like 5 different chats going on. Damn, James, you got so many chats going on? Yeah, I'm on multiple streaming platforms, if you will. I almost got type good morning. OMG, can you push the box out of the face? Oh, yeah, I got you, HD. I got you just for you. This judge, you know what? This judge, I think he's new. He's a bit of a rookie, if you will. Got you. Hey, just so you guys know, the last 2 hearings, the box is back. I know in the morning, the first 2, they weren't there. But the box is back, so be ready. We can't ban the box around here. This is in California. Let me see. This judge is new, writes okay, 2.4K to get to 2 fragments. What does that mean? No Nintendo, but gracias. I appreciate your motivation right there, Ash. Hey, what's up, trucking family? Hello. Let me see. Hey, what's up, Lynn? Where you been? Bro hasn't moved a muscle. Whoever has night shift with that box, they're slacking. Let me see. He is new.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here. I'm connected.
Okay, great.
About time.
Reset all this.
Let me raise the volume up a little bit more so we can hear them.
Move on. All right.
Means
Good
you
evening.
move
Can I
up to
please
another
have?
fragment
Can
towards
you please say your full
moving
name
up
and date of birth?
leagues as well.
Buenas noches, ¿me puede dar su
Alright.
nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento?
Oscar René Montaño González, mayo 10, 82.
Oscar René. ¿Cuáles son los apellidos?
Montaño González.
Montaño González, May 10th, 1982.
Even Mr. Dallas, it's time set for your initial appearance. You're here tonight because a warrant was issued for your arrest in a case out of the Tucson City Court.
Buenas tardes, señor. Está usted por su comparecencia inicial. Está usted aquí por una orden de aprehensión presentada por el Tribunal Municipal de Tucson.
She's a good translator.
Warrant was issued by Judge Klotz for failing to appear on charges of domestic violence, assault, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage.
La orden de aprehensión presentada por el juez Klotz tiene los cargos de violencia doméstica, agresión y daños ilegales.
Any bad translators you heard? Hell yeah, all the time.
Set or recommended in the warrant of $250.
What up, Monica?
Voy a imponer la fianza recomendada por la orden de aprehensión de $250.
Thank you for the
prior
likes.
warrants, similar warrants that haven't been issued.
Dado de que hubo órdenes de aprehensión muy similares anteriormente.
Must set a review hearing for you, a video review hearing on May 2nd.
Hey, what up,
at
Marlene?
1:45 p.m.
Voy a poner una audiencia por medio de video el día 2 de mayo a la 1:45 de la tarde.
Thank you for that.
Also set a
James for saying Quinn. It was
pre-trial hearing for you on May 29th at 9 a.m. should you post that bond.
Thank you for that flying cat.
Si deposita la fianza, voy a poner una audiencia preliminar por medio de los servicios precondenatorios el 29 de abril a las 9 de la mañana.
What up, Becca?
If you do post that bond and are released, you're ordered not to commit any act of domestic violence, have any contact with the victim, or go to the victim's place of work or residence.
Y las condiciones de sus cargos de violencia doméstica es que no vaya a cometer más actos de violencia doméstica, de no contactar a la víctima y no ir a la residencia ni al lugar del trabajo de la víctima.
Nah, I didn't.
The City Public Defender's Office to represent you in this matter.
También le voy a nombrar un abogado de oficio del Tribunal Municipal para que lo represente.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
That's all for you, sir. You're excused. Thank you.
Pues todo, señor, gracias.
¿Me podía ¿puedo decir algo?
May I say something?
Well, sir, again, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be used against you.
Hey, what up, Chicale?
Señor, tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio. Cualquier cosa que usted diga pudiera ser usado en su contra.
Judge, I speak Spanish. I can talk to him really quick if he has a question, if that's okay.
Puedo decir algo. Hey, what up, Raven? Damn. Pues miren, lo que pasó pues fue esto. Se me puso al brinco y pa, pa, pa. Y vámonos. Y ya aprendió su lesión. Hey, big dog. Hey, what up, big star?
No questions, Judge.
Okay, thank you. You're excused, sir.
Damn, James, what you say?
All right,
Se puede retirar, señor.
Your Honor, while we have
Drop
the
one, flush
Spanish
one,
interpreter here, do you want me to get the Spanish speaker first? The other two?
Sure.
James is in addiction. I told the patient I might sit there and she joined. That's funny, man. Give me a call sometime. I have stories to tell you. That's right, Frank. Hell yeah.
Lugo, Aguera?
3 times he did. Damn. Hey, thank you, Lori. Appreciate that goat right there. Appreciate you guys. Hey, what up, Cha-Cha? I see you sneaking in right there. Let me see. Sup, Judge James. Live here from Kentucky. That's right. I love Kentucky. Let me see. Especially Kentucky.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Lugo, right?
It's
Lugo? Okay.
What's up? It's Ryan.
I know.
The price is wrong. Hey, thank you for that, Chile, Jaime.
You want to take out the
Wrong. That's right, Frank.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So, Ryan, how's it going? Hell yeah. And I appreciate all you guys that tap in day after day, after
Can I please have
hour
your
after
full
hour.
name and date of birth?
Buenas noches, señor. Deme por favor su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
José Manuel Lugo Higuera.
Thank you, Kay. I got it already.
31 de diciembre del 85.
José Manuel Lugo Higuera,
Ushmores.
December 31st, 1985.
We got the flying cat today.
You've seen the night because you've been charged with one count of possession of a narcotic drug for sale. Remind you, you do have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney.
Señor, tiene usted el cargo de posesión de droga narcótica de venta. Tiene usted el derecho de permanecer en silencio.
Hey, thank you, Killa.
You also have the right to an attorney.
También tiene el derecho de obtener un abogado.
And I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Hey,
Y le estoy nombrando de la oficina del condado de Pima un abogado de oficio para que lo represente.
The attorney sitting to your left will represent you for the purpose of this hearing.
La abogada sentada al lado izquierdo de usted lo va a representar para la audiencia de hoy.
Hey, I can't wait till somebody starts complaining. James, I can't see nothing with the heart over your head.
Y cualquier pregunta que tenga usted, por favor, diríjase a su abogada antes de decir cualquier cosa en voz alta.
I reviewed the interim complaint and did find probable cause for the underlying charge.
Repasé la queja interina y encuentro por el cargo subrayado.
I've also reviewed the pretrial services recommendation.
He repasado la recomendación de los servicios precondenatorios.
Somebody's going to say, I know that's what I'm saying.
Mr. Lugo has a ICE hold.
James, I can't
y
hear
hago
nothing.
Notar que el señor Lugo Higuera tiene una detención de inmigración.
The unmute button. Yeah, I might do that. I might just do that.
What's the state's recommendation as to a bond?
¿Cuál es la recomendación del Estado sobre fianza?
Your Honor, we are recommending a $10,000 bond in light of the ICE hold. The $10,000 relates to the quantity of cocaine found.
Su señoría, recomendamos una fianza de $10,000 dado la cantidad de droga encontrada y dado la detención de ICE, de inmigración.
Judge, I usually ask for that Mr. Lugo Higuera is released on these charges, given that they're non-violent and he has no criminal history. Pretrial services identified him as a level 1 non-violent felony, but given the ICE hold, we're asking for a $1,000 bond for time credit.
Hey, Ali, you're going to get an FTA for that. That's unacceptable around here. Love the mustache.
Usualmente en estos casos, and counsel, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
We're asking, usually I'd ask for release in this case, but given the ICE hold and the nonviolent felony and no criminal history, I'm asking for a $1,000 bond.
Normalmente pediría una liberación en este caso, pero dado la detención de inmigración y el hecho de que no es un crimen violento y el hecho de que no hay antecedentes penales, pido por una fianza de $1,000.
Thank you. I am going to impose a bond of $2,500.
Voy a imponer una fianza de $2,000.
And that'll be $2,500 cash or secured.
What this fool do? I'm too busy yapping away. No Timo interpreter tonight. Now this was a good one.
She got muted.
Can you please hit the mute button? I got you.
The Spanish interpreter got muted.
Spanish interpreter, hear me on that?
Yes, I can hear you, Your Honor. Voy a pedir una fianza de $2,500 en efectivo o asegurado.
Hey, thank you, Sharon.
And I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing on May 5th.
He got caught with that.
At 1:30.
Pondré esto para una audiencia preliminar el 5 de mayo a la 1:30.
So, sir, you are not going to be released tonight.
Señor, no será liberado hoy en la noche.
If you do post a bond, I'm going to order that you be released to the supervision of pretrial services.
Si deposita usted la fianza, ordenaré su liberación a los servicios precondenatorios.
It depends on
maintain contact with your attorneys as your court dates may change.
Tiny, depends on the
Mantenga
state.
contacto usted con sus abogados, dado que sus comparecencias en el tribunal podrán cambiar.
Every state is different.
That's all I have for you, sir. You're excused.
Arizona
Es
is
todo
one
lo
of
que
those
tengo,
states.
señor, se puede retirar.
Arizona is one of those states that when you get arrested, you have to be in front of the judge within 3 hours. So that's why a lot of the times you'll see mostly Florida and Arizona a lot on here because they tend to run court a lot of the times. Arizona, Maricopa and Pima County run it pretty much daily, all day. Even on holidays, your birthday, my birthday, national holidays,
¿Dónde está?
Halloween. I think there should be a clip button to refer. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Yeah. I think Tennessee too. Oh, snap. I'm going to have to look up Tennessee. I had to get hold in Phoenix. Just
Good
so
evening,
I
sir. Can you please state your full name and date of birth?
On Monday, if you will. Learn something new every day, even if it's useless. You're not
He also
lying
needs
right
the Spanish.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, this is also a Spanish interpreter case.
there. This was young.
Buenas noches, señor. ¿Puede darnos su nombre completo, por favor, y su fecha de nacimiento?
Diomedes Graciliano Méndez Jiménez, del 05-26 de 1998.
That fool sounds
Diomedes
Venezuelan.
Graciliano Jiménez Méndez.
Méndez Jiménez.
¿Cómo?
Méndez Jiménez.
Méndez Jiménez. Date of birth,
Jimenez.
May 26, 1998.
Thank you.
That was like 26.
Mr. Mendez, it's time set for your initial
26,
appearance and
25.
arraignment.
Señor, ¿esta es su comparecencia inicial para su lectura de cargos, señor Méndez?
You're here tonight on charges that you violated an order of protection.
Ooh.
Está usted esta noche por cargos de que violó usted una orden de protección.
Nope.
You do have a right to remain
Stalker.
silent, and anything you say can will be used against you.
He's a stalker.
Tiene el derecho a permanecer en silencio. Cualquier cosa que usted diga pudiera ser usada en su contra.
You also have the right to an attorney.
También tiene el derecho de tener un abogado.
Hey, you
In
gotta
this
know.
matter, I'm going to release you on promise that you can appear at a hearing
Oh,
on May
snap.
20th
Ah, wow.
at 1:30 in the afternoon.
En este caso, señor, lo voy a liberar bajo su promesa de que va a comparecer para su audiencia el día 20 de mayo a la 1:30 de la tarde.
It's hearing to be held at the Tucson City Court in front of Judge Millian.
Esta audiencia se llevará a cabo en el Tribunal Municipal de Tucson ante la juez Millian.
You promise me that you will appear at that hearing, sir.
Promete, señor, que va a comparecer en esa audiencia.
Hola,
prometo.
¿cómo estás, peeps?
I promise.
Right. I'm also going to enter pleas of not guilty to the charges against you.
También presentaré una declaración de no culpable.
She's the real deal.
I want to advise you that you do have the right to attend all hearings as well as any trial that may be held in this case.
Ooh,
Y tiene el derecho
finger
usted de
hearts, thank you.
comparecer a todas sus audiencias, incluyendo un juicio si es llevado a cabo en su caso.
If you fail to attend your hearings or the trial may be held in your absence.
Si no cumple usted y no comparece a sus audiencias o su juicio pudiera ser llevado en su ausencia.
If you fail to attend a trial, you forfeit the right to present evidence in your own defense and may be
Si
found
no se
guilty in your absence.
si no se presenta usted en un juicio, podría renunciar al derecho de presentar pruebas a su favor, de poner una defensa y se puede llevar a cabo en su ausencia.
Also, if you are found guilty at a trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, you may lose the right to an appeal from that conviction.
También, si no se presenta usted y pasan los 90 días de ser sentenciado, puede renunciar a su derecho de apelar esa condena.
Damn, hey,
On
thank
your
you
release,
guys.
I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence.
We just hit 22K.
Bajo su liberación, voy a ordenar que no cometa usted ningún acto de violencia doméstica
Or have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim in this case.
Like
o
today
tener ningún contacto con la supuesta víctima de este caso,
or when did I start
Including going
overall
to their
doing
place of
these
work or
streams?
residence.
incluyendo su lugar de trabajo o residencia.
You understand this, sir?
¿Entiende eso, señor?
Sí.
Yes.
100K, hell
That's
yeah.
all I have
that's
for you,
what
sir.
I'm
You're
talking about.
excused. Good evening.
Es todo lo que tengo, señor. Se puede retirar. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Gracias.
Thank you.
So streams
night.
like this,
And Your Honor, may the interpreter be excused?
I want to confirm, jail, do we have any other Spanish language defendants this evening?
I've been
I do
doing
not
them.
see any more. No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Then
I've been doing these
excused.
streams
Thank you
on
very
and
much.
off for
Thank
what
you,
up, whale,
Judge.
for the since September of last year, on and off. But I've been coming strong since January. January, I've been like constantly, like either daily or every other day whenever I have a chance. So, you know, I've been here for a few months. If you see anybody else doing this, they're not the real deal, Holyfield. I'm the one that started on TT, if you will. And please don't accept any invitations. Diga no a la piratería. Say no to piracy, if you will. Because you will see other people doing it. Hey, my husband said it used to be called the shoe NAZ. I think that was in Maricopa, I believe.
Good evening. Can I please state your full name and date of birth?
My name is Jorge Perez. Jorge Bernardo Perez.
Hey, thank
What's your date of birth, sir?
02/13/1989.
Thank you. So this time set for your initial appearance. You're here tonight on a warrant for your arrest issued by Judge Victoria Steele from the Pima County Justice Court for failing to appear on a charge of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. I'm going to release you on this matter and set a hearing for you on May 12th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
They don't know me, really?
Steele. I'll also quash this warrant.
Ay. It'd be like
on release,
James?
You're ordered not
from
to
CollectCallFrom? What? He's doing that?
Consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not return to the incident location where this occurred. If you fail to make your hearing on the 12th, then a warrant could issue for your arrest and you can end up right back in jail. Do you understand?
Olivia.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. And you're excused. Please make sure and make your hearing on the 12th.
Crazy.
So, how many days is that, sir?
Bro, I can't hear them talk.
How many days would that be?
Yeah, this is Pima.
On May the 12th,
that's what I do around here. I talk, and more talking, if you will.
21 days from now.
I'm here for the first time.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Is that how you treat the supporters?
Thank you.
You disgust me, James. You disgust me. Hey, Animal Lover, you're welcome. And welcome anybody that's new here. Mostly everybody's welcome. I don't like any drama. Is the judge new? Yeah, he is new. He's only been on a handful of times. James is the best. Hey, thank you. Did I say the best? Damn, I said it with a V. Sheen Gators. I gotta freshen up on my Englishation skills, if you will. That's not how you're supposed to use if you will. You're not using it right. You don't even know how to use proper grammar and exclamation and things of that nature, if you will. I'm pretty sure somebody's thinking like that right now. I love the TT shop. Hell yeah, for sure.
Chair right on the computer. You sit down on that station chair right there.
Comedy is welcome.
Just minute right there. Probably not in the area.
Damn. Hey, whoa, easy. Back up there.
Good evening.
Grandma.
Your full name and date of birth.
Rachel Riley, 6363.
63. Sheesh.
All right. Good evening. This time set for your initial appearance. You're here on a couple of different cases. The first is a charge of driving on a suspended license out of the Pima County Justice Court.
Right.
I don't think that was me. This is the second time I was pulled in for a Riley, but
okay. So just to remind you, you do have a right to remain silent.
Slow down.
And anything can be held against you. Okay.
You guys are
so
the same.
For this charge out of the Justice Court, I'm going to release you this evening and set a hearing for you in front of Judge Crystal Foster on May 5th at 8:30 in the morning.
Shh, James, I can't hear nothing. I missed what she did.
And on the other case, this is a charge out of
it wasn't me.
The Tucson City Court related to an alleged offense on 14 January of this year involving an assault. On this matter, I'm also going to release you and set a hearing for you on May 21st at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Maldonado at the Tucson City Court. I'm also going to enter a plea of not guilty on this matter. I guess I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on both matters and advise you that you do have a right to attend all hearings, including any trial that may be held in this case. As I mentioned before, you do have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can will be used against you. You You also have the right to an attorney, though one may not be appointed to you. You may have to pay for one out of your own expense. If you fail to attend any hearings, including any trials, those hearings and trials may go forward without you present. In which case you may be you may be found guilty. And if you are unable to be sentenced within 90 days of being found guilty because of your absence, then you may lose your right to an appeal. So it's very important that you make all of the hearings for all of your cases, including the ones I've set for you on May 5th and May 21st, respectively. You understand?
Yes, I do.
Granny comments.
For the Tucson City Court matter, I'm also going to order that you not have any contact with the alleged victim in this case or go to the incident location. You understand?
Hey, thank you, Ash.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Thank you, Bill.
And that's all I have for you, ma'am. You're
Things.
excused.
Hey, thank you, Jaime.
Marlene, just stand up.
Hey, so I don't mind if you guys, I actually encourage you guys, if you guys need followers, let me know and I'll pin your comments. But if you're asking for money, for whatever reason, that I'm not cool with. So if you want to do that, probably best to do it somewhere else. You know, I understand everybody's going through things. Everybody's going through things right now. I don't even ask for money because I don't feel comfortable with it. So if somebody's, you know, coming into the chat and asking for money, nah, please don't do it here. Shit, times is rough right now, you know, and I understand that. Like everything, man. I just paid my insurance right now for our cars here in the house, man, and man, I don't even want to say how much insurance costs right now for cars right now. It's ridiculous. And a year ago, I was paying half of what I'm paying now. Now I'm paying double. This is crazy, James. I need $1 also.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
480.
Brandine Sorensen, July 13th, 1990.
10,000. Is record high. Don't even get me started in the egg situation. But I'm lucky to you guys. I appreciate you guys. Instead of eating 2 eggs now, I could eat 3 eggs a day now. Hey, James in chat. Hey, what's up, Claudia? How's it going?
Good evening. This time set for your initial appearance and arraignment. You're here because you were charged with.
I need 30,000.
If
you find some, let me know. I need some too.
Criminal damage, domestic violence, criminal damage. Excuse me.
This was 35.
And failing to obey a court order, court restraining order.
My name is innocent. Hey, thank you for the roses. DV, we all need some eggs, if you will.
I'm going to plead not guilty on your behalf in this matter and set this for a hearing on May 27th at 2 p.m. in front of Judge Hale at the Tucson City Court.
My wife's sister, man.
She reminds you you do have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can and will be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, though you may have to pay for one out of your own expense.
Do you have any gift codes? No, I don't.
You also have the right to attend all hearings, including any trial that is held in this case. If you fail to attend any hearing or trial, you may go forward without you present, in which case you will forfeit your right to present evidence in your own defense or challenge the state's evidence. If you're found guilty at a trial and you're unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of that absence, you may lose your right to an appeal. You understand all that?
Okay, I have a court on a month from now?
Yes, there is a court. Yes, you have a court date in this matter on May 27th at 2 p.m.
Hey, thank you for that.
In front of Judge Hale at the Tucson City Court. You understand that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you understand that if you fail to attend that hearing, then a warrant could issue for your arrest, and a trial may proceed in your absence. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand that.
Then please make sure and attend your hearings. Wow. I'm also going to order that you be released in this matter and that you have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim in this case, including going to their place of work or residence. You will also commit no acts of domestic violence against anyone. You understand that?
Wow.
No, so I will be released from the jail today?
We're going to release you on this case. I believe you're being held on other cases, so on this case you're going to be released. And if you are still in custody at the time of your hearing, You'll likely be seen by a judge by a video the same way you're appearing in front of me tonight. Do you understand?
Yes, yeah, okay. Yes,
I
I
love moon
understand.
pies, the chocolate ones.
That's all I have for you, sir. You're excused.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see, we're gonna go with this officer right here.
Hey Elaine, so you asked about do I have goals?
Amelia?
I don't put any
All right.
goals because
Let's see.
honestly I don't feel comfortable asking even anybody for anything. I know it's rough out there, so I don't want anybody to feel pressure like they have to, you know, send any gifts or whatever. You know, it's not a requirement. But what I do ask for is follows, shares, and comments and reposting my
Full name
videos
and date of birth.
because that's free.
Amelia B. Garcia, 81302.
Hey, thank you, Jade. Highly appreciate that. That's why I respect you, brother. Hey, thank you, Rangers.
1 second. Apologies.
Hey, like when I started this, like I didn't start this with the intentions, you know, to have people give me money. I just started it because I used to do YT, and they used to tell me, "Hey, James, you should jump on TT. Like it's different out there." And I was like, I don't know. And then finally, I ended up jumping on here, and here I am now, and the rest is history. Do you think she's gonna cry? I don't think so. She looks like she's with it. Miranda, mad respect. Let me see. I guess it's a thing to turn them into special pies. So I send what? Tap, share, follow. It's free. Yeah. Hey, that's what I asked for, the free stuff. Hey, anybody could tap. You could tap. You could do the one hand, 2 fingers, 5 fingers, 2 hands, whatever. You know, just do it and hit that follow and tell everybody about me. Tell your friends, your family, the ones you love, the ones you don't love. It don't matter. Just tell somebody, anybody. I guess people dip.
All right. Theo, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You're here tonight on appears to be a warrant out of the Pima County Superior Court, signed by Judge Ortiz.
My wife is always
You have
telling me
the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney.
Hey, thank you, Lisa,
and I'm
for
appointed to Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Hey, what up, Tonka? How's it going?
Represent you so please address any concerns or questions you have to your attorney before saying anything out loud. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thanks for doing this. I have a lot of fun. Hey, thank you, RW4591.
The warrant amount is in the $5,000 secured.
Elaine, thank you. Highly
the
appreciate
state's
that.
recommending the amount of the warrant be imposed.
I appreciate those well wishes.
And
I take well wishes too. Those are free too.
Be ordered not to possess any firearms or return to the incident location.
Anything that's free, good vibes, good comments. Send them this way. I'll take all of them.
Well, I don't know if you can hear me, but we would just note the probation hold, Your Honor.
Sometimes I do, Judge Boyd.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize. Didn't know for the pretrial services assessment that there was an adult probation hold in this case.
In California?
As well as pending matters in Santa Cruz County. What's the defense's position?
Hey, thank you,
Judge, we're asking for a $1,000 bond for time credit, given that she has the probation hold, and we ask that you consider this was identified as a non-violent felony, and she's a lifelong resident of Tucson.
Colorado, hell yeah. I love it, going in for my paralegal. That's right, Coco. I wish everyone peace and happiness, and for them to never be on the next episode of You Have a Collect Call From. And if you are, remember, give me a shout out, please. Hey, shout out to James. Thank you for streaming me on TT and YT. And shout out to everybody that's watching. Remember, and even throw a little heart, the little hearts, that you do with your hands. I can't do it, but
I will order
take that too.
On the amount of the bond order or requested by Judge Ortiz, $5,000.
Found suitable. Oh, that's what's up.
And further order that if the defendant is able to post
Connecticut let you back in?
Bond, that
I haven't even emailed them
to the supervision of pretrial services and participate in any monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services.
How long has he been down?
Also going to order that no alcohol or illegal drugs be possessed. And I'll set this matter for the 24th at 1 p.m.
Is this the...
Judge, for clarity, is that an arraignment tomorrow?
This is the initial appearance.
Oh, I'm sorry, pre-trial. My apologies.
I wasn't sure if us emailing would work. Oh. Did anybody ever get a response?
The pre-trial.
What up, my life?
Wait, no, I'm sorry.
The parole. It was crazy today. Those ones from Virginia.
Sorry, 1 second. I think we're getting confused.
Hey, if there's anybody here that doesn't want to hear me talking, I do run a stream on YT that I'm not talking, that you can't even hear me on. So you're more than welcome to jump on over there. I got a cup of tea for everybody. So if you like listening to me, cool. If you don't, get on down the road and jump on YT. Just look up at CollectCallFrom. Go to my profile. The links are there. And just jump on the stream that you can see me or hear me, and you'll be perfectly fine in the finest of your own home. Did they let the one guy go after the cried? Yeah, that fool got out.
I apologize. I'm going to set your case for criminal for an arraignment on April 30th at 1:30.
I got to hear you, if you will. The commentary makes the show. Yeah, there's some people that don't like it, but it's called...
So you're not going to be released
because of the whole prison talent show.
If for some reason you are released, please make sure and contact your attorney as soon as possible, and make sure you're at your hearings.
He had been there for a long time, like over 20 years.
Yes, I understand.
Thank you.
How do you stream this? What state are you in? I'm in California, but this is Arizona. The price is wrong. Up next on The Price is Wrong. Jeez, what's up with this vato? He's been eating a whole lot. Looking like a mini sumo wrestler. Damn, James, you ain't right, James. He was definitely manipulating them real well.
Sir, can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Joel Alfredo Castillo,
Mucho soap.
9/21/87.
I love hamburgers, a lot of ramen.
All right, Mr. Castillo, this
it's a public stream. That is correct. Yeah.
Being seen tonight because you had a warrant issued for your arrest by Judge Ball, the Pima County Justice Court, related to a DUI charge from 2018.
What?
I'm going to release you on this matter. You okay?
Hell nah. That
okay. I'm going to release you on this matter.
He might need to be burped.
I'm going to set your case for a review hearing on the 25th, so in a couple days, in front of Judge Ball at 10:15 a.m. Do you understand that?
He looks compensated.
So you're going to be released this evening, but please make sure and attend your hearing at the Justice Court in downtown Tucson on the 25th at 10:15, or a warrant could issue for your arrest, and you can end up right back in jail. You understand?
Hey, I'm no doctor. I'm no doctor, but he don't look like he's in good shape.
We downstairs to the mail.
Some Mercedes.
Paperwork that has your full day and stuff in a little bit. Okay. Okay.
Too many pupusas. Ah, man, I'm about to go eat some pupusas on the motherland, eh? About to go eat some pupusas, frijoles, de chicharrón, revueltas, de queso. Man, I might even get some shrimp ones while I'm out there, if you will. I'm going to go to Oloquilta. And for those of you that are Salvadorian, you guys know what's up with Oloquilta, if you will. What's up, James? Hey, what's up, Patricia? He looks swollen. Prison honey bun. Laughing out loud. Has some yuca. Ah, I hate yuca. Yeah, I was about to throw up right now. I don't like yuca. I don't mess with yuca. She and gators. What's up, James Awa, if you will? Salvadorian.
Good evening. Can you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Francisco Garcia, 06/02/1993.
His pants are
full name and date of birth.
I love yuca. No, I can't do it. I got this thing. I can't eat cooked vegetables.
Garcia, you were here on a couple of different matters.
Hey, James, what up, Becca?
First is a charge
what up, James, and the chat. Lexi. We back.
Shoplifting, trespassing in the second degree, and possession of drug paraphernalia alleged to have occurred earlier today.
This for 93? Oh, hell nah. You better put that food back in a time machine
for you and set your case for a hearing on May 5th at 8:30 in the morning in front of Judge Foster.
Remember, pants on the ground, sunk. James,
I'm also going to release you on this matter.
I'll burn it off. I'll blow it.
You do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney.
You wouldn't teach this guy with a
maybe
bowl.
At your own expense. You also have a right to and an obligation to attend all hearings in this case.
Yeah,
if you fail to attend the hearing, including a trial, that hearing or trial may go forward in your absence, and you may be found guilty without having the opportunity to present any evidence or challenge the state's evidence in this case. If you're found guilty at a trial and you're not able to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, may
did.
also lose your right to an appeal.
But I remember what it is.
Make all those hearings.
It wasn't Jose though.
In this case, your hearing is going to be on the 5th at 8:30 in front of Judge Ball in the Pima County Justice Court in downtown Tucson. You're also here for based on a warrant out of the Tucson City Court, issued by Judge Jeff Coates, for failing to appear on charges related to theft, shoplifting, and failing to appear. I'm going to also release you on this matter.
Hey, what up? 801
on your case. Set your court date for May 21st at 9 a.m. at the Tucson City Court in front of Judge Verena. I'm going to order that you not have any contact with the victim in this case, the alleged victim in this case, and that you not return to the incident location. So bottom line, sir, are going to be released this evening. You have court dates coming up on the 5th and the 21st. Please make sure and make both those court dates. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Or, I'm sorry, another warrant could issue for your arrest, and you can end up right back in jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. You're excused. Good luck.
You know what? Because his name, it wasn't Jose. It was something else. It was something else, and then I think he had another last name. That's why we couldn't find them. I tried to look with him with the information I was provided because I run a clean stream, so I went back and I played this clean stream that I wasn't talking on, and I heard it. I was like, "Oh snap! This is nothing, Jose. Like, where the hell did I get Jose from? What in the name of yikes is going on here?" I said it's probably.
Good evening, sir. Please have your full name and date of birth.
Gustavo Alberto Rodriguez Lopez, 9/24/1982.
I made a video. It's on this account here. It's the last video I posted up.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you're being seen tonight based on a warrant that was issued by the Nogales Municipal Court.
Check out the clean stream that I got on YT.
I'm going to release you on this matter. Hang on, actually, give me 1 second.
I think I got a clean stream on YT. Do I have a clean stream? Oh, no, it's on Kick. I got it on Kick, the clean one. I was trying to clip it so I could put it on YT.
Yep. I'm going to release you on this matter and set a hearing for you in the Nogales Municipal Court.
What happened to the parole?
For May 7th at 9 a.m.
I love those.
Okay.
So please make sure, contact the court as soon as you are released, confirm your court date. Make sure you're at the court date on May 7th or whenever they tell you that it's going to be held. Otherwise, another warrant could issue for your arrest and you can end up right back in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
All right. That's all I have for you, sir. You're excused. Thank you.
Hey, for those of you that like listening to the Connecticut Board of Parole hearings, I'm no longer streaming those for the time being. But if you do want to continue watching those, I am providing direct links to those courts where they're archived on my Discord account. I'm also providing them on the community post on my YT channel. So if you go ahead and check that out, you want to listen to them, just go there, direct link. So I'm going to be archiving them for the next, for whatever amount of time until they change that
August 31st,
how
1987.
they're posted up, if you will.
Remember, it's time set for your initial appearance. Please remember you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be held against you. Being seen here for a couple of different matters. First one is for a warrant that was issued by Judge Foster out of the Pima County Justice Court relating to a shoplifting and drug possession charges from last year. I'm going to release you on this matter and set a hearing for you in this case for May 5th at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Problem.
He did.
I can order that you have.
I put the volume down.
No contact with any alleged victims or return to the incident location in this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Let's take a look. You also have another matter.
All right.
Several matters actually out of the Tucson City Court related to a warrant that was issued by Judge Floats on November 26th of last year, stemming from charges of disorderly conduct and assault.
They probably don't have any space. They probably have limited space, so they hold.
I'll release you on this matter as well.
They reserve that space for the
set
most
a
heinous
pretrial hearing
crimes,
for you,
if you will. Neil, thank you for the follow. The judge must be paid hourly.
On May 29th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Verena.
Thank you.
At the city court. As condition of your release, I'm going to order that you not have any contact with the alleged victims in this case.
Hey, what up,
that you
Southside?
not go to their place of work or residence, and that you commit no acts of domestic violence. You understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
So for those of you that are inquiring about how come I haven't been streaming on YT, it's because...
Then you'll go to you this evening. Please make sure and make all of your court dates. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest, and you can end up right back in jail. You understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
You go out the door, down the stairs, sit with the
I'm
mail.
waiting for my brother.
Castro, Angela.
So I got put on a 7-day restriction from being able to stream. Hey, what up, LastChanceHomie? I see you on YT. So I was off for 7 days. I just started back up this morning. Hey, and we're gonna switch over to Maricopa County in 13 minutes. All right, because we gotta speed up the pace over here. This is way too slow. All right, bro, you putting in that work. That's right, LastChanceHomie. Yup. I might be jumping on with Silas on a call at 9 p.m. if you want to tune in. Gonna follow up with Silas, see where he's at. For those of you that like to listen in on prison phone calls,
good evening. Can I please have your full name and date of birth?
9 p.m.
Angela Marie R. Castro, 9/20/1994.
Hey, thank you for that, Daily Heart. Hey, Gemini, thank you for that follow. Highly appreciate that. Be like Gemini. It's free 99. It's free for you. It's free for me. If you're not following, it's like you're stealing content.
Good evening. This is your initial appearance and arraignment.
Why would you
You're here because you were charged with 2 counts of domestic violence, assault, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. Remind you do have a right to remain silent. You also have the right to remain attorney. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf and set this matter for a pretrial conference on May 20th.
So this is from earlier in the day?
2:30 in the afternoon in front of Judge Mayhew at the Tucson City Court.
Got a new hind. Oh, that's
Okay.
right. Putting in that
Understand
work.
that?
That's right, LastChanceHomie.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Daily Heart.
As condition of your release, I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim in this case, including going to their place of work or residence. Also remind you, you not only have a right to attend, but an obligation to attend all hearings, including any trial that is held in this
Jesse,
case.
thank you for that follow.
If you
I
fail to
appreciate
attend
that.
any hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest, and a trial could proceed in your absence. If a trial is held and you're not there, you could lose your right to present any evidence or defense in your case, and you could be found guilty. Also, if you're found guilty and fail to appear in time for sentencing within 90 days, then you could lose your right to an appeal. So please make sure and attend any hearing that is set for you, including the one on the 20th. You understand?
Yes.
All right. That's all I have for you. You're excused.
Hey, Crypto Facts, just be ready for a ride. Just ready. You might be opening up a can of worms right now. In Arizona, they have court every 3 hours on the clock, if you will. So it's different everywhere. I know I'm from California and I'm not used to this, but hey, Arizona does it. I don't understand it, but hey, crime never
Good evening.
stops.
Please have your full name and date of birth.
So the court must go on.
Brownlow Smith, Jr., 5'10", 1974.
Thank you. It's 4 a.m. in the
Smith, you're being seen here this evening on a warrant issued by Judge Steele out of the Tucson Pima County Justice Court that was issued on January 24th of this year, relating to a DUI charge from September of 2023.
What's up, man? Last night was.
I'm going to release you on this matter
last night.
and set your case for a hearing.
Crypto follower, thank you for
on May 29th at 10 a.m. in front of Judge Steele. It's a review hearing. As condition of release, you're not to drive without a valid license, possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. So, Please make sure and make that you're attending your hearing or contacting the court. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You can end up right back in jail. Do you understand?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
I'm from
all right. Thank you. You're
LA.
excused.
I'm from LA. Like
thank
like
you, Your
from
Honor.
LA.
All right, you got that door downstairs. So
Like, nah, I'm not from like the valley. I'm not from like
Clay, sit
the
right here on this
outskirts.
computer.
I was born and raised in LA, on the streets of the mean streets of LA. And for that person that doesn't want to hear me, I'm gonna give you a link right now so where you could listen to it in a nice quiet place. I got you. I got you. Don't even tripas. Getting that link for you right now. Hold
Good
up,
evening. Can I please have your full name and date of birth?
You clicked on the wrong link.
Cindy Barclay, June 6, 1974.
I'm guessing orange might be a little bit more dangerous. Let me see
Ms.
here.
Barkley, you're being seen here tonight because you were charged with a single count of failing to abide by an order of protection.
That is correct.
So just to remind you, you do have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be used against you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty in this case on your behalf and set this matter for a hearing in front of the judge covering courtroom 6 on May 22nd at 9 a.m. I'm also going to release you in this matter on promise that you will appear at that hearing on May 22nd. Can you promise to do that?
I promise to do that.
Okay. As conditions of your release, I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, have any contact of any kind
I never thought about that.
with the alleged victim in this case. To include going to their place of work or residence. Also remind you that if you do not attend any hearings in this case, they may proceed without you, including a trial, where if you are found guilty and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you may lose your right to an appeal. So please make sure and attend your hearings on the 22nd and keep in contact with any attorney you may hire on your behalf, as well as checking in with the court to see if any court dates have changed. Do you understand?
I understand.
All right. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Thank you.
Khalifa or Karafi. Who's Rafi? Damn, James, you flushed her. I had to.
Good evening. Can I please have your full name and date of birth?
Here.
Yes, my full name is Lotus Jane Brown. My date of birth is November 9, 2000.
Thank you.
No bonds, no.
Brown, you're being seen here tonight because you're charged with 3 offenses: domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence disorderly, and 2 charges of domestic violence disorderly conduct. Remind you do have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney, which you may hire at your own expense. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty in this matter and set this for a hearing on May 5th at 10:30 at the Pima County Justice Court in front of Judge Steele. As part of, and I'm also going to release you in this matter and order that you not possess, consume any illegal drugs or alcohol, commit any acts of domestic violence, or have any contact of any kind with the alleged victims in this case, to include going to their place of work or residence. To remind you, you not only have a right, but you have an obligation to attend all hearings in your case.
It's something
if you fail
in the water
to attend
and
any
the air.
hearing, it may go forward in your absence, including a trial, where you may forfeit the right to present evidence in your own defense or challenge the state's evidence. Also, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced because of your absence within 90 days, then you could lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand all that?
Let James.
Yes, I do.
Jeez.
Okay. Then you'll be released later this evening. Please make sure and abide by your conditions of release and be at your hearing on the 5th. Otherwise, a warrant could issue for your arrest.
Yes, thank you,
What
Your
up,
Honor.
Candace?
Thank you. You're excused.
What up, Shelby?
Run you go out that.
What up, Young?
Down out the door to the females. Lardo. Sit down right here on this chair.
All right, we're gonna be switching over in about 4 minutes to Maricopa. If you want to continue watching
Good evening.
Pima,
Can I please have your full name?
I would suggest jumping
Daniel
over to
Bilardo.
YT. What's up, Lisbeth? Hey, thank you for that daily heart. Highly appreciate that.
All right. Sciardo, It's time set for your initial appearance. You've been charged with
face mask. Thank you for that daily heart, Teresa.
1 count of unlawful discharge of a firearm within city limits. To remind you do have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you.
Fresh out.
The attorney seated to your left is going to be representing you for the purpose of this hearing, so please direct any questions or concerns you have to them before proceeding further. Before we go any further, if I can have the state please speak to the probable cause in this case. Review the statement of probable cause, but
I do have a degree in watching a lot of TV, though.
Whether or not
raised by TV.
Well, I just like to hear arguments from both parties. So starting with the state.
Yes, give me just a second, and I'll speak to that.
Take your time.
Hey, you know what? I just randomly, fell into doing this. I didn't even plan this. It just kind of happened.
Services, workup. Excuse me. Noting that the defendant is 2 and 2 on the NCA FTA scales respectively.
Hey, I'm good. I can't complain. There's a lot of James in here.
Employment and residency were both confirmed by pretrial services.
I don't got time with these court hearings.
Has any criminal history?
I'm like a freaking octopus when it comes to the border.
Right. Yeah. So, Your Honor, as to the PC, we think the state submits that there is PC because there's a probable cause is simply a reasonable belief that a crime occurred and that the accused committed it. We have a firearm that was fired that appears, based on the evidence, to be owned by Mr. Gallardo. He was a passenger in a car that appeared to have been associated with the firing of that weapon based on observations made by the officer. Is this a good case at the end of the day that our office will ultimately charge? Maybe not. But for the purpose of a probable cause finding at this stage, there is probable cause, so we would ask that that he be held. Well, that the case go forward for tonight's sake. We're not asking that he be held. We're fine with the release of pretrial services given its access to criminal history.
Okay. Defense.
Judge, I ask that you dismiss that and that there is no probable cause because the connection between 9mm cartridge case found and the gun that was possibly purchased by Mr. Gallardo. I don't think there's enough probable cause, and even if there was enough of a connection between those, and even if there was a connection between those, we'd say there's not enough probable cause that he was the one that shot it on this day. So we're asking that the case is dismissed for lack of probable cause.
Hey, I love the TikTok shop.
Yeah, I don't find that there's sufficient evidence even to tie this gentleman to the alleged offense. In that there was really no evidence speaking to whether or not he was, in fact, the individual who fired the gun, if the gun was indeed fired. So I'm not going to, I don't find any probable cause sufficient in this case, and I'm going to order that Mr. Gallardo be released. Of course, the state is free to refile this case if they determine that it's there was sufficient evidence, either later found or sufficient for a grand jury. But I'm not comfortable at this point, so I'm going to find there's no probable cause in this case. Mr. Gallardo, you're going to be released later this evening on this charge. And that's it. So that's all I have for you. You're excused.
All right. Hey, we're switching over now, guys. No, James, don't go. Yeah, we got to go to Maricopa, if you will. Let me see. James, I know where you're going with these streams now. I got you, James. I got you. Hold up. Hold on. It's that's my old video. Let me see here. Court. Here we go. And don't trip on YTL. I'll fix the screen up for you guys right now. Hold up. I just gotta set this up really quick. And now let me fix the screen here. Toasty! Bam, there we go. Toasty! Screenshot. You see, he could have at least said thank you. Is this live, y'all? You already know what it is. 808. Not the mute button strikes. You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of that mute button, all right? I'm gonna take care of you guys. All right. You know, I'm always saying that I can't click it. I got you guys. Don't even tripas. Look what I'm gonna do for you guys right now, just for you guys. Okay. Should I click it? Should I click it? Can you exit out of it, please? Who wants me to close this? Who wants me to hit the X? Should I hit the X or should I hit the unmute? Let's just get this out the way right now before the stream starts. Should I or shouldn't I? Should I close it? Because then we won't be able to see the individuals, right? Close it. Unmute to unmute or not to unmute. Hit the X or the unmute. Because I can't hear nothing. That's maybe why I can't hear nothing. I think not again. Hit the X. I'm gonna hit the X. All right. I'm gonna mute it. All right. 2 female. Okay. I'm gonna right here. Bam. You see, I got the mouse right over it. All right. Should I zoom in so you can see it nice and? I'm gonna zoom in for you guys too. See, let me zoom in here so we can see it nice in 1080p here. See, James, you say you're gonna put it on. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Here. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? The unmute. Okay. I'll hit the unmute first. Okay. What happened, James? Oh, hold on. I think I did it wrong. I didn't click it right. Hold on. Let me try the X. I think the X will fix it up. Let me see. Hold on. I'm clicking. I closed it. Would you look at that? Okay.
All right.
There it is. Starting.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Agua. It was a joke. The word for today is released. Stop playing, James. Gotta make sure I got my mustache nice and ready, if you will. Zoom out. I can't see them. I can't see nothing. What's up? Hey, what up, Chad? How's it going, man? All right, let me fix it up here. Bam. There we go. Oh, and I got to get the chat back on the screen here. James, can you change the cat that's flying behind you? I can, but I'm not. See, here we go. All right, bam. Can you move that box and click it? I'll do it right. I got you, Chad. I got you. Should I do it, Chad? You're going to be the next contestant on The Price is Wrong, James. Are you? Hey, you know what?
This is the time for the 8 p.m. calendar and initial appearance court on April 23rd, 2025. The court's orders to the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. I will call each of you up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'm then going to announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom. I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today. Let's go ahead and get started with Steve Harris to the podium and Khalif Hughes to the chair, please.
It's the mustache judge, yep. Nah, Arizona.
Due to bowel issues.
Okay, just let me know when he's back then, I guess. Khalif Hughes to the podium, and then Hector Narvaez to the chair, please.
Hey, gracias, Alexandria. This is should wrap with bone. Oh, damn.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Khalif Hughes, 12/21/06.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of armed robbery with a deadly weapon, Class 2 felony, and aggravated assault, Class 2 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $50,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
So like, am I allowed to my charges are like guaranteed? Like I'm guaranteed getting those.
So that's what you were arrested on. You still have, the state still has to charge you officially with these allegations.
Is that better?
So it could be something slightly different than what I just reviewed, but what I just reviewed with you is what you were arrested on. So I am appointing you an attorney on this, so talk with your attorney. Your attorney can go over everything with you that is actually filed.
Can I talk to my attorney?
So you'll have your attorney's information will be in your paperwork, and they will be at your next hearing on the 29th.
29th.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
There we go. You guys,
Thank you.
you guys
Steve
got
Harris to the podium.
You can at least see the judge and the cop in the background. You see, Jay, pay attention when the individual walks, so you can see what their face looks like before they get to this area right here, to this zone right here, to the unmute zone. We refer to this as the unmute zone. Very, very, very unmute-ish of us. So the short people, yeah, so you guys better say a little prayer for the short people, because if we get same, oh, we got a wheelchair. Oh, I can't breathe.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
I can't breathe.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault, Class 3 felony, another count of aggravated assault, Class 3 felony, one count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony, one count of discharging a firearm in the city limit, Class 6 felony, and one count of criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $100,000.
$100,000?
I'm also going to order that if you post that bond, that pretrial services supervises you in the community, and they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. It's also my understanding that you were arrested yesterday. It does look like that you have gone past the 24-hour mark, but I believe you were taken to the hospital. Because you were taken to the hospital to treat you for your injuries, I am finding that extraordinary circumstances did exist to go past that 24-hour mark.
Damn.
I am appointing you that attorney, so talk with your attorney about what that means moving forward. I'm also going to order that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Am I able to have a speedy trial?
That is one of your rights, yes. So talk with your attorney about what that process means. Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork from the officers and then take a seat in the gallery. Hector Narvaez to the podium, and Bertin Najji to the chair, please.
The meeting zone. Is this live right now? Mikey, take a seat in the gallery, laughing out loud. He already got his seat. Hey, thank you for that daily heart. Highly appreciate that.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Hector Narvaez, 92091.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 3 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond on this case in the amount of $25,000. We're also here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 6 and 7 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 30th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court.
Hey, Teresa,
I'm
thank you for
also going to
subscribing.
issue a secured bond on your probation matter.
Thank you for that hat.
That's a secured bond in the amount of $2,500. So you have a total bond of $27,500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
It depends how much money you make, Mr.
Bertin Najji to the podium,
Mr.
and Mario Duarte to the podium.
Machine Gators with a name like that? Man, I don't even feel comfortable saying that name.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Bertin Najji, June 25th, 1987.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of child or vulnerable adult abuse, Class 3 felony, assault, Class 1 misdemeanor, criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $10,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. Finally, I am ordering that you may not reside in the same location as any listed victim. If you do share a common residence with a listed victim, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes, Your Highness. It's not just question. First of all, it's my first time to be in a situation like this. Secondly, I'm a parent with a responsibility of my family. Today, I did not even get a chance to call my work to tell them about my missing, the reason for my missing. So my job is at risk, and I'm in school.
Forget about
starting tomorrow. I'm having classes that I have to take, and on top of that, also I have a investment business that I'm doing online, and that one I have to respond at least every single day. And if I'm not gonna respond, I'm going to lose all the investment that I've put in. Your Honor, I am begging to
Elaine, I will.
that my family, regardless to anything that they have reported, depends on this. And there's things that might be there, and until I hear everything, then I'll be able to explain myself. But also my son's birthday is coming on Saturday. All this was planned, but the devil just put his hand in to destroy everything.
Okay.
Because my son...
Sir, I'm going to cut you off. So I have to consider about 15 different factors according to the law when I'm setting release conditions. One of the things that I have to consider is your danger to the community or danger to the victims in this case. What I'm concerned about is that you were arrested on allegations that you were involved in a domestic violence altercation in which a child was harmed. So I do have some concerns that if I were to release you on your own recognizance, that the community or the victims in this case could be at danger. So it is not the court's intent to prevent you from going to school or for operating your business. However, I do believe that the danger to the community and the victims in this case is more of a concern to me than your business. So I am going to set the bond for $10,000. If you do post that bond, you can be released, but you will remain in custody until that bond is posted. All this information will be in your paperwork. That is going to be my orders today. Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
So, sir, your hearing is now over, so grab your paperwork and take a seat.
Next!
Mario Duarte to the podium, and Joshua Heron to the chair, please.
Up next on The Price is Wrong, another
Good
jersey
evening, sir.
wearer.
May I have your name and date of birth?
Mario Duarte, 11680.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of unlawful flight from law enforcement, which is a Class 5 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $2,500. If you do post that bond, I am going to order that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
How much?
$2,500.
Well, I'm currently homeless, but I'll start a welding class on Friday.
Oh,
I was going to an orientation. So probably you got me out with that.
So, sir, this is the third time that you've been arrested on unlawful flight in the last 10 years. So no, I'm not going to release you on your own recognizance. I am setting that bond of $2,500. If you post that bond, you can be released. Okay, so go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take.
Well, who's gonna take care of my box and my puppies?
Joshua Heron to the podium, and Ivy Ream to the chair, please.
Here's another sob story. These people are the Lulu. 2.5 like work.
Joshua Heron.
Joshua, come on down to The Price is Wrong, where you're being streamed on live on TTYT. KICK on
And to our victim who is here, we're just waiting on an interpreter, so I do apologize for the wait, but that hearing is going to be later down the calendar, so just bear with us, okay?
Can they use a
I do understand you're there. I'm not leaving you hanging, okay? I promise. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
August 21st, Joshua Lee Heron, August 21st, 1990.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for 3 of them for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney in all 3 cases. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 30th at 8:30. That's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in each of the warrants. That's a $500 bond on each case, so $1,500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Nope. Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Looking like
Ivy Ream to the podium and Samuel Casillas to the chair, please.
That fool probably has a hot date tonight, so you know he's normally pretty quick. All right, we got a
Good
short
evening.
one.
May I have your name and date of birth?
Ivy Ream, 42798.
Thank you. We are here today on 5 different cases, a new case and then 4 probation violations. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and shoplifting, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond on your new case in the amount of $250. We're also here today on 4 Term 1 probation violations. I'll appoint you an attorney in all 4 of those cases as well. Set them all for a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 30th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on each of those cases. So you have a total bond of $1,250. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must contact probation within 72 hours of your release, and you are not to return to the scene of any alleged crime. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Samuel Casillas to the podium and Scotty Mais to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Samuel Casillas, 1278.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving dangerous drug possession and drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. That's a $500 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and then no contacting any of the arresting officers. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Scotty Mais to the podium and Marcus De Leon to the chair, please.
Ooh, who sent that? Hey, thank you for that, Patricia. Highly
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
What up, Jason? Where you been? I haven't seen you.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, from October of 2024. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to set a secured bond in the amount of $250. That does mean if you can post bond, you can be released, but I'm also ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
When I was arrested on this charge, I was at a different address than the address that I am at now, so I didn't even know I had a warrant. And when I got arrested, and
oh man, that's hard, man.
I want to see if I can get out without the bond.
So it does look like a summons was returned back to you, unable to be addressed. I had a note here that you were in Salt River Department of Corrections. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's where I came from.
So are you currently serving any time as a part of the Salt River case, or you just were transported?
Yeah, I was just transported from there. And also, when I was transported from there, I had money in my belongings, but for some reason it wasn't transported with me either.
Okay, so I have no control over your belongings, especially if it was from Salt River. That's a completely different entity. So I can't give you any update on that, but you can talk to the detention officers when you get back to processing to see if maybe it got transferred with you. Because I was setting a bond mostly because I thought you were serving time in another case.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to modify what my previous order was. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. So you're going to get an envelope that has details on pretrial release. It's also going to change your dates a little bit. Your next hearing is going to be on May 8th at 8:30, and your preliminary hearing will be on May 12th at 8:30. But I will go ahead and release you on this. I did think you were already in custody on other matters. Okay, but that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and take a seat. They'll bring you your paperwork shortly. Marcus De Leon to the podium and Leroy Rogers to the chair, please.
Leroy.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Marcus Antonio de Leon, October 1690.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the Moon Valley Justice Court. It's for a case involving 2 different counts of driving under the influence, both Class 1 misdemeanors. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Moon Valley Justice Court on April 28th at 8:30. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
So I won't be able to come out
unless that bond has been posted. That's correct.
If I don't have my any contact information, I can't make any calls in.
So you can talk with the detention officers when you get back to processing to see what resources they'll have available to you. But I am ordering that bond be posted. Any other questions? Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Leroy Rogers to the podium.
You have to pay unless they release you on ROR, which is released on your own recognizance. That's the only time they don't require money. But if you if it's something
up to the podium right there, sir,
that's violent here, they're not gonna let you go just like that. I can't.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Caught up from
Leroy Rogers, January 12, 1970.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 1, 3, 5, 7, and 15.
15,
not 15.
I will
appoint you an attorney to represent you in that case. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 30th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 in this case. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left.
What's 15? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Abigail Sabas to the podium.
No, sir.
And Gabriel Anderson to the chair.
So if it's over $1,000, you gotta pay 10%. If it's under 1,000, bail bonds companies normally won't they make you pay the full amount.
Abigail Sabas, August 27, 1989.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, driving under the influence of liquor, drugs, or vapor, Class 1 misdemeanor, and driving under the influence of a drug metabolite, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on May 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 12th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. As a condition of your release, I am going to order drug testing and monitoring. I'm also going to order that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. It is likely that your license has been suspended based on these allegations, so please contact the MBD before you get behind the wheel of the vehicle. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay,
I want to know why she's making that face, that sourpuss face.
Gabriel Anderson to the podium and Olivia Marquez to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Gabriel Anderson, 05/04/2003.
Thank you. We are here today on a municipal court new case out of the Buckeye Municipal Court. You were arrested on allegations of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will appoint you an attorney as I am finding probable cause. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Buckeye Municipal Court on May 13th at 2 p.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date, but there are some conditions that you have to abide by. I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. I'm also ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim.
Thank you.
If you do share a common residence with any listed victim, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I do have some questions. So the officer that had arrested me was letting me know that it was just the state that was going to pick up a disorderly conduct charge, that there wasn't any specific victim. So I don't have anywhere else to go at all. I would just be out on essentially the street. I don't have another place to go. That is my mom's residence that I'm staying at and that the offense was committed at. Just kind of wondering to see, if the state was going to pick that up, how, what happens with that, because there's not a listed victim on there.
So there is a listed victim in the documents in which you were arrested under.
What do you do?
So I'm ordering no contact with anybody who could be considered a victim in this case. I am ordering that you not return to that location as well. If you do need resources on housing options for you, you can get some resources while you're getting processed, but I'm ordering no matter what that you do not return to that location.
And I have essentially every single thing of all of my personal belongings there, my clothes, like.
So if you do need any personal effects, you can do what's called a civil standby. Contact the non-emergency number of local law enforcement. They'll escort you to the home to get your belongings, and then that language will be in your paperwork as well. Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat. Olivia Marquez to the podium. And Tuani Pence to the chair, please.
Up next on The Price is Wrong.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Olivia Bianca Marquez, November 21st, 1990.
Thank you. We are here today on a new case and then 2 probation violations. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on May 8th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 12th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. We're also here today on 2 term 1 probation violations. I will appoint you an attorney on those cases as well. Set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 30th at 8:30, also in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you on your own recognizance to be supervised by your assigned probation officer on all 3 matters. As a part of your release, I am going to order that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Hey, they say nothing,
Go
Amber.
ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
We still have another one at 11 p.m. if
Tawny
you will.
Pence to the podium.
West
and
Coast
Jared
time.
Schultz to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Tawny Pence, 32872.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court new case out of the White Tank Justice Court. You were arrested on allegations of exceeding the posted speed limit by more than 20 miles per hour, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the White Tank Justice Court on May 13th at 9:30 a.m., and I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Thank you.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No,
Go
thank
ahead and
you.
grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Yeah, Arizona's one of those states.
Jared
They
Schultz
speed,
to the podium. And
they will
Timothy
take you to
Clark
jail,
the
just
chair,
like
please.
Virginia. I know. I think it's Virginia or West Virginia. One of the Virginias. I know you speed, you're going to jail. They don't play around in certain states. So hey, proceed with caution if you're driving across country. Don't
Good
end up
evening.
in
May I
jail.
have your name and date of birth?
Jared Schultz, 4703.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice
Virginia
Court
does.
warrant under the East Mesa Justice Court. It is for a case involving driving under the influence of liquor, drugs, or vapor. I will set an arraignment hearing in the East Mesa Justice Court on May 7th at 9 a.m. This is a failure to pay warrant, so it sounds like there's some sort of fines or fees that are still owed. You can likely get on some sort of payment plan through the East Mesa Justice Court. Just contact them and make sure you go to your next court date. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court hearing. I am also going to order that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
I think also right. You guys.
Timothy Clark to the podium.
You can have a radar detector too, right?
And
In
Arian
Virginia?
Chambers to the chair, please.
Hey, what's up? Just me. Where are we at? We're in Maricopa
Good evening,
County.
sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Timothy Joseph Clark, 10/26/1977.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the West Mesa Justice Court. It's for a case involving drug paraphernalia. I will set an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on May 13th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. This does look like it was your first failure to appear on this case, so I'm going to allow you a chance to be in the community. But if you do miss that hearing, another warrant will likely be issued for your arrest. As a part of your release, I'm also going to order that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Yeah, I saw
All
those
that's going to be in
signs.
your
Yep.
paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I have one question. I was told about Veterans Court. Is that something that might be an option?
Potentially, Veterans Court may be an option.
Okay.
It's not when we're still prior to conviction. Veterans Court's a therapeutic court that's generally reserved after whether you're either found innocent or guilty. So you're at the very beginning stages of your case, so that's not really an option right now.
Okay.
But talk to the West Mesa Justice Court to see if there's something you can do maybe down the line in terms of Veterans Court.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Thank you.
Arian Chambers to the podium, and then Jesus Acosta to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Arian Chambers, February 28th, 1991.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of 1 count of aggravated assault, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of obstruction refusing to provide your true name. Your aggravated assault allegation is a felony allegation, and then the other 3 counts are misdemeanors. I was not provided with enough information on any of these allegations today to find probable cause, so I am not finding probable cause. I am still going to appoint you an attorney to represent you, and I am setting a hearing on May 8th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. Because I'm not finding probable cause, you will be released on this matter without any sort of restrictions. But I would suggest calling before that May 8th hearing to see if that's still moving forward. The state can still charge you with these charges or something similar, or it's possible that they decide not to charge you with anything, but you have to go to that hearing unless you're instructed that it's no longer moving forward.
Okay.
All this information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
What does that mean, no probable cause?
So that means that I was not provided with enough alleged factual statements to find supporting evidence that you should have been arrested on these allegations.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm appointing you an attorney, and your attorney will go over all of that with you.
Okay.
They were just arrested. That is
Go ahead and
correct.
grab your paperwork and take a seat.
That is correct, 808. Not the team
Do we have our
translator.
interpreter on the line?
For you, Laura.
And may I have your name and your interpreter number, please?
My name is Darian. That's fine. D as in David. A-R-I-A.
Is this court actually live?
8561.
Thank you. And are you prepared to interpret for a legal matter?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. We do have the defendant who is in custody, Mr. Acosta. We do also have a victim in this case as well, who may be making a statement, just to give you a heads up of who is here.
Is this live, right, Teresa?
Okay. No problem.
So before we get started, I do have to read the victim rights advisement.
Okay. No problem.
So if you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of cause of you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. And sir, may I have your name and date of birth, and let's go ahead with the interpreter.
Jesus Antonio. What? We can't ask if it's live? You could ask anything you want to ask. I mean, I might not answer it, though.
Okay. Oh, this is an interpreter actually going to talk to you, actually. Before we continue, I will ask you as well to keep your comments a little short as well, so that I can interpret as well every single comment, okay? Please.
Of course.
Okay. Thank you. Muy bien, entonces en este momento estaremos presentes durante esta sesión de corte. Estaremos lidiando en este momento con un caso de ley. Trataremos en todo momento de asegurarnos que mientras se encuentre en presencia de esta corte, usted sea tratado con dignidad, de forma justa, y garantizar en este caso durante todo este procedimiento de corte. Durante este proceso usted estará en presencia de su abogado defensor, se estará negociando también las sesiones y la restitución dentro del caso, según las leyes estatales aquí en Arizona. Señor, por favor, diga su nombre completo.
Jesús Antonio Acosta.
Jesús Antonio Acosta.
All of that for his name.
And your date of birth, please.
Sí.
Y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor.
En español.
19 November 94.
Cállate, en español. En español inútil.
November 19, 1994.
And sir, just so that I'm aware, do you speak and understand English?
I speak a little. Sorry.
Yeah, don't do it. Just stick to Spanish, my boy.
Señor, solamente quiero confirmar, ¿usted habla y entiende inglés?
Sí, hablo y entiendo, pero no en su totalidad. Puedo hablarlo correctamente, pero ciertas cosas no las entiendo.
Entonces, no seas inútil. Habla en español, por favor.
I do speak and understand, but not totally, okay? I cannot understand correctly every single word.
Okay, we will go ahead and proceed with an interpreter, but since we are using an interpreter, make sure you let the interpreter interpret everything before you respond.
Thank you.
Muy bien. Entonces, en este caso, vamos a proceder con un traductor, pero como estamos haciendo uso de un traductor, necesito, por favor, de que usted le deje al traductor traducir todo antes de que dé su respuesta.
Okay. We are here today on a municipal court new case.
Estamos en este momento ante esta corte municipal para presentar un nuevo caso.
You were arrested on allegations of assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Fue arrestado bajo el alegato de asalto con un delito menor de clase 1.
And disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Y conducta de desorden, también un delito menor de clase 1.
I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney.
Yo voy a estar encontrando causas probables y se le estará asignando un abogado.
I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on May 13th at 9 a.m.
Maybe the interpreter could close the mute box.
Bien, yo estaré configurando en este momento una corte de audiencias que estará establecida para la fecha del 13 de mayo a las 9 de la mañana.
I'm leaving.
I did receive a victim impact statement and I have reviewed that. It's my understanding the victim is present in court today.
Se me ha sido entendido la declaración de impacto de la víctima, así que yo estaré revisando esto en corte el día de hoy. Y tengo entendido que la víctima está presente aquí con nosotros el día de hoy también.
Before we proceed forward with release conditions, as the victim, you do have a right to say something if you want to. Is there something that you would like to say?
Oh, she's here?
Antes que podamos proceder con las condiciones de liberación, usted como víctima tiene el derecho de decir algo en caso que desee decir algo.
Sir, hold on.
Yeah, I know it confuses a lot of people.
Sí, yo quisiera decir que el día de hoy por la mañana, cuando pasaron los hechos, yo no tenía la intención de que fuera arrestado.
I didn't have any intentions for him to be arrested.
Yes. So I just wanted to say the following. Today, this morning, when the fact occurred, I didn't have the intention to get him under arrest.
Why'd you call the police then? But I love
Mas,
him.
sin embargo, no estaba yo presente cuando él estuvo detenido y no supe en realidad qué fue lo que pasó.
However, I was not present when he was detained, and in reality, I didn't know what happened.
What?
Solo quiero decir que él no me hizo daño, solo me empujó.
He didn't beat me. He
yo
just pushed
quise
me.
llamar a la policía porque
And I
me
called the
sentía en peligro. Es todo.
Because I felt in fear. I felt I was in danger.
I just want
if
to
you
say
will.
that he didn't hurt me. I was only pushed, right? But then I called the police
that makes it
because
better.
I felt I was in danger.
Duh.
Es todo.
That's it. That's it.
Thank you very much for your statements. I appreciate that.
That's really going to help him out.
Muchísimas gracias por su declaración. Aprecio muchísimo esto.
That's how I start to push.
So, sir, I am going to release you today on your own recognizance,
knuckle
but there
sandwich.
will be some orders that you have to follow as a part of your release.
Then a toma to your stomach.
Señor, yo le voy a liberar el día de hoy bajo su propia repercusión. Sin embargo, en este caso, voy a leerle una lista de instrucciones que usted tiene que seguir.
I am going to order that you not return to the scene of the alleged crime.
Le voy a ordenar que usted no vuelva a la escena del crimen que se encuentra alegándose.
That you not have contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness.
Que no tenga contacto ni con la víctima, ni con personas relacionadas ni testigos.
That you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Hey, but think about that May scene. The May scene, SEX, they're going to have tonight. It's going to be nothing but
And that you must obey any terms of any order
The
of
juices are just
protection
gonna be
or order
flowing.
against harassment that has been or will be issued.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Bad MK.
Y que tiene que ejecutar y acatar las órdenes, ya sean de restricción o antiacoso,
OMG,
que están
gross.
o serán ordenadas en contra de usted.
I'm also ordering that you may not reside at the same location as any listed victim.
Flush if you will.
También voy a ordenarle que usted no viva en ninguna de las residencias
Boom, boom, roll.
que estén al mismo tiempo viviendo las víctimas que se encuentran listadas.
If you do share a common residence with any listed victim, you must find an alternative place to stay and bring proof to your next court date.
Richard.
Si usted se encuentra viviendo en común en algún hogar donde viva alguna de las víctimas listadas, tendrá que buscar un hogar alternativo y traerme probatoria de su mudanza en la siguiente reunión.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Todo esto va a estar impreso en sus documentos. ¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
No.
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then have a seat.
Hey, esta le va a hacer el salte del tigro.
Ok, por favor, agarre sus documentos a su izquierda.
Van a
And
mirar
thank you
más.
very much to our victim for coming. You
The
can
X is
stick
back.
around or you can
That's
leave
right.
at any time.
Muchísimas gracias a la víctima por haber venido. Puede quedarse por acá o simplemente marcharse a su libertad.
We're doing job interviews tonight, Whiskey, and welcome back to the new episode of You Have a Collect Call.
Hugo Rangel Arana to the podium.
She's waiting. We're in Maricopa County, Arizona.
Arana al podio, por favor.
And this stream is being sponsored by the Unmute Box.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name
and
and
the
date of birth?
X.
Yo me permitiría su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
Hugo Alberto Rangel Arana, fecha de nacimiento 17 de noviembre del 2004.
Hugo Alberto Rangel Arana is November 17th, 2004.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case.
Estamos en este momento en presencia de la corte para comparecer ante un nuevo caso.
You were arrested on allegations of theft of means of transportation, class 3 felony.
Ok. Usted en este caso fue arrestado bajo el alegato de transporte ilegal, que es una felonía de clase 1.
Possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, class 4 felony.
Posesión de un arma por una persona que está prohibida de poder poseerla. Esto es un delito grave de clase 4.
Forgery, class 4 felony.
En este caso, la última palabra mencionada fue perjurio, que también es un delito grave de clase 4.
Unlawful flight from law enforcement, class 5 felony.
I did. Flush.
Intento de huir de las autoridades, que es un delito grave de clase 5.
And discharging a firearm in the city limit, a class 6 felony.
Oh, yeah, he's going to prison. He's pinta bound,
Y en
definitely.
descarga de un arma de fuego en los límites de la ciudad, lo cual es considerado un delito grave de clase 6.
I sent them an email, but they never
I
responded.
will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney.
Yo voy a encontrar causas probables y le voy a asignar un abogado.
I'm setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30.
Estaremos estableciendo una conferencia de estado de caso en abril 29 a las 8:30.
2 to
And
3
a
years for
preliminary
first
hearing
appearance?
on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court.
Y sería también una audiencia preliminar que sería establecida el
The
1 de
way- I
mayo,
emailed them too,
también
and they got
en
back
el
to me.
centro,
I don't
el
think they
Tribunal
liked it.
Superior del Centro.
I am setting a secured appearance bond
Damn,
in the
that's
amount
crazy.
of $15,000.
También voy a poner una fianza de seguro de $1,500.
If you do post bond, I am also
said-
ordering that sorry,
You said, this is the interpreter talking to you, so you said $15,000 or 1,500?
Correct.
Sorry.
1,000, correct.
En este caso sería una fianza de seguro de $15,000, disculpe.
If you do post bond, I am ordering that you be supervised by pretrial services.
Si se es pospuesta por algún motivo, entonces estará usted asignado de supervisión por un servicio de precorte.
I'm also ordering that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to release.
I thought I heard 100K.
También se le va a colocar en el tobillo un monitor de libertad condicional antes de su liberación.
I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime.
También se le ordena de que no vuelva a la escena de ninguno de las escenas de crimen que se está alegando.
No contact with any victim, complainant, or witness.
Que no tenga contacto con
They
ninguna de
brought
las
it down to
víctimas,
15K.
personas relacionadas ni testigos.
And no weapons or drugs without a valid prescription.
No uso de armas ni de drogas sin prescripción.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Todo esto va a estar en sus documentos. ¿Tienes alguna
No
pregunta?
time for naps right now.
Sí, tengo, le iba a decir al juez que tengo mi hijo chiquito y quería saber si se puede hacer otra forma para completar mi caso.
What do you want to
Que
treat your
podré
child?
salir el día de hoy.
To get out?
Porque pues mi hijo está chiquito.
What are you saying?
Yes, the thing is that I have a little son as well. Is there any other way around we can resolve this as well and be released today? I'm saying this just because I have a little son.
So I understand that it's not the court's intention to keep you away from your child.
Sí, señor, le entiendo. Y no es la intención de la corte mantenerle alejado de su hijo.
However, I do have concerns if I were to release you on your own recognizance.
Sin embargo, tengo ciertas preocupaciones de liberarle bajo su propia repercusión.
Right, Drea?
You will have access to a phone when you get back to processing.
All of a sudden, think about
Usted
my
tendrá
kid.
acceso a un teléfono cuando vuelva a procesamiento.
When you're out there like,
So you can call any friends or family in order to coordinate care for your child.
we're thinking about little Joselito.
De tal forma que pueda llamar a amigos
Por
o familiares
Miguelito.
que puedan coordinar el cuidado de su hijo.
Any other questions?
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Sería todo.
That'll be all.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Little bambino, Joselito.
Tome el documento que se encuentra aquí a su izquierda y tome asiento.
And thank you so very much to our interpreter. That was the only ones we needed, John, so feel free to disconnect at any time.
Thank you so much as well for choosing Language for your language needs, and you have a nice shift as well, sir. You're a very professional, too.
Thank you, you as well.
Think about the children, the kids. The kids without fathers.
And officers, the gallery clear.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Hey, if you got
So we
any
just
type
need
of
8 and
abuse,
33 can stay, but everybody else needs to be cleared.
you probably need to get out of here.
Arthur Martinez to the podium.
It's probably gonna open up some old wounds. So if you don't want to think about it, I would highly suggest for you to probably dip on down or put the volume down. It's probably gonna be bad. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Arthur Martinez, 10-4-71.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of sex offender failing to register, a Class 4 felony, and sex offender failing to register or confirm your identity, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $1,500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also going to order that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no contacting the arresting officers. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Fuera.
Dustin Starkey to the podium.
Another one. We got another one. We got a double. TT won't let me say what I want.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Dustin Starkey, 7889.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of child sex trafficking with a minor, a Class 2 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $75,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you're not to return to the scene of any alleged crime, no initiating any contact with the arresting officers, you're not to have contact with any minors, you're prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means except for work, school, or consulting with legal counsel, you're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, so why is it I'm online when she checked something, it's completely different from what you'd be telling me now? And I don't understand the allegations because there was no person or anything of the sort.
So
Never met anybody, never.
I'm looking at the form that you were booked in on, and that is the allegation that you were in front of me on today. So I don't know what you mean by they say something different back there. That is what your booking information says. So that's the charge you were arrested on. In terms of the allegations against you, and in terms of whether they can be proven or not based on any potential defenses, I am appointing you an attorney. So talk to your attorney about what your options are moving forward.
Okay.
We're not determining today whether you're guilty or innocent of any allegations. We're just talking about whether there was cause for your arrest, which I am finding probable cause.
All right, and is 75,000 like the minimum that you can do?
So that is the secured bond that I am setting. If you do go through a bonding company, it's 10% plus collateral. So 10% of that would be $7,500.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left, and then take a seat.
Stay there. Come on, turn your face. Turn your. Damn. Hey, and if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free. $99 doesn't cost you anything.
Okay. You want to just tell me what it is?
So I think 21 is disruptive, and then 27, I believe it was danger to self, and then the 12
we could see this.
Officer number 12, was there a reason why 12 couldn't be brought to court?
Nah, this is going to be the house calls. What's a house call, James? How come he's talking and we can't see nobody? In my state, there would be no bond.
Disruptive, okay. So I will find that they were either disruptive or combative, so I will conduct each of these initial appearances at each of their cells. For number 27, we're here today on Brian Hartu Warren. We're here today on probation violation. I will appoint him an attorney to represent him. I'm setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 30th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will hold him non-bondable as a violation of probation. For 21, Teresa Phillips, we're here today on another probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5. I will appoint an attorney, set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 30th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $250. Finally, we're here today on number 12, 13, and 34 for Christian Lee Roberts. Here today on Superior Court New Case, arrested on allegations of armed robbery, threatening use of a weapon, Class 2 felony, unlawful flight from law enforcement, Class 5 felony, resisting arrest, Class 6 felony, and criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint an attorney, set a status conference on April 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on May 1st at 8:30, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $50,000.
I don't think that's a real number.
We're also here today on an out-of-county warrant out of the Apache Junction Municipal Court.
And if it is a real number,
Justice Court,
you probably need an extension.
Failing to appear and driving with a suspended license. I will appoint an attorney, set an arraignment hearing on April 28th at 8:30, and I will affirm the bond in the warrant at $256 cash bond. Finally, we're here today on a probation violation warrant for violating term 1. I will appoint an attorney, set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 30th at 8:30, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $1,000. I will conduct each of these initial appearances at each of their cells, and I will provide them with a written copy of their release orders. If I do need to make any modifications or changes, I'll do so either on the record or in writing. That does conclude the 8 p.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 11 p.m.
What? 8 p.m.? Did I hear that right? That's all, folks. That is it. But, so right now I'm waiting. I'm gonna stick around for a few minutes. I'm actually waiting for a phone call from prison. If you guys want to hang out for a bit and listen to some chit chat from what's happening behind the walls in California State Prison, Centinela State Prison. I'm gonna be having a call from Silas M. Johnson. He should be calling me in about 6 minutes. Same person interested. Yay, good tapping. 2.1K to move James up to League 2, the top 10% in 2 fragments. Only 5 minutes till left until the reset 8. Thank you. Highly appreciate that, Ash. Highly appreciate you. Silas is awesome. Let me see. I haven't been able to stay up for the 11 p.m. one. Is the same judge? They always alternate. Somebody asked how much time does the judge have to go through the cases? I'm assuming during this downtime right now. So between 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. to 11, I'm sure they're going through the cases to determine what they're gonna do. Because if you pay attention, they'll normally put up the people that are not gonna have bond, or they're gonna have a real high bond in the beginning. Once they're done with those cases, they'll go ahead and put the people that they're gonna go ahead and let OR, or they'll let them out on their own recognizance, ROR, and then at the end They'll do the bad cases, the PDFers, if you will, and then they'll do the house calls. The house calls are for people that are either a threat to themselves or a threat to the institution or things of that nature, if you will. Let me see. Haha, I thought they went on a long dinner break. Yeah, no, I think they're still working. They already know what they do. Let me see. I'll see you at 7 a.m. then. Mind the gap. Hey, thank you, Teresa. Highly appreciate it. Let me see. And he has a basic set of words for certain things. Yeah, you know what? I do appreciate Maricopa because they tell you what they did. Unlike like Pima and Pima, they won't read it out. But if you pay attention, they'll put certain things that they can't do, like coming into contact with children or they fail to register. So they'll put out like little clues if you pay attention to figure out what they did. See you at 11. Hey, thank you, Lori. Let me see. I like to talk, right, to Brittany. Let me see. See you at 11 p.m. Let me see what else. James, can we see your prison cell? You guys want to see the prison phone? Let me hold up. Let me turn on the light. Give me a momento here. There you go. There it is. Whoop. There it is. That's my background right there. Them to wait for reprints. Let me see. I think the review starts before the judge. Mindy will often say, okay, I'll change that intel. Nokia. Yeah, I got a Nokia. A Motorola Razr. And these phones here, they actually work. So whenever I receive a phone call, the phone that you guys hear ringing, it's that phone right behind me. They're actually hooked up. Damn, James, you still got a landline? It's yes and no. They're not. It's not a real landline. It's a VIOP. And I don't pay for them. They're free. Damn, James, you got free phone service? Yup. Let's see. No, 90s brick phones. Let me see. Wait, the mute button's finally gone. There it is. I got rid of it. That lady in date is the best. She's on a good one. Hey, thank you for the follow. I'm not sure. I think it's Billy, or it has a B. I'm not sure exactly what your name is. Let me see. Where'd you buy those phones? Those two I got on eBay. I bought them on eBay. They were brand new. So we were having some work done in our house, and I was like, man, I was gonna get my own room. So I was like, man, I gotta figure out how to set it up. So I was able to put that in, and I'm glad I was able to do it before everything got sealed up. Does the Nokia have the snake game? It probably does. I think I have like 2 or 3 Nokias up there. But to be honest with you, I haven't used them in years. Let me see. Where did you get the clothes? So the blue ones here, those were mine. I got those one of the last times I hit county, and I brought them home with me. The brown ones that are over here on this side, those my buddy gave them to me. His son he's a paramedic, and he went to pick somebody up, and he snatched them up, and my buddy gave them to me. And then the CDCR jacket, this one I bought it on eBay. And then stuff that you see like back here, like all kinds of stuff, then I just accumulate that stuff that I just been accumulating for years. Let me see. If you have money, call me baby. What? I'm not sure what that means, but I want nothing to do with that. Especially if my wife is on. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know who that is. I plead the fifth, if you will. Let me see. What? Let's see. Where'd you get that tablet? That tablet, I bought it on eBay. I got it for like $50. But you can't do anything with it because it's locked to the GTO network, if you will. Let me see. I don't see any Keef coffee, if you will, but I got that soap boss. Let me see. County jail let you take those out? Hell nah, they didn't let me take these. Hell nah, I came up on them. They were brand new. They had never been worn before. And then I ended up, I didn't walk out with those. Hell nah, not like that. I did walk out with them, but they were under my clothes. GTL laughing out loud. Does your wife watch the stream? Yeah, she'll jump on from time to time, but she's not really into the prison stuff. So she's like when I tell her about it, she's like, she's not interested in it. Like she's not involved in that life, and it doesn't interest her. So, but she'll sit in for a little bit, if you will. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got those county those LA County blues. They're brand new, and they had never been worn. And all the times that I hit county, I had never got brand new clothes. There would always be some old janky ass clothes that was all tore up and all washed. And I was like, oh snap! I hit the jackpot. So I ended up bringing them home with me. Hey, what up, Janet? How's it going? Let me see. I have 9. I have mine from Riverside from many moons ago. James, same way. Yup. I've had these. I got these in 2000, either 2000 or 2001. So we're in 2005 now. So I've easily had these things for over 25 years at this point. Please call me. Call you what? Let me see. I'm new here. Do you have a video of your story of how you ended up doing this? No, I don't. Richard. But you know what? So pretty much in a nutshell, I grew up in LA, and I grew up on the street. I just didn't gangbang. I wasn't interested in that. But even though you didn't gangbang, you would still subject it to the rules of the street, if that makes any sense. You're missing an orange set, right? I used to have one. I had one from Juvenile Hall. I had the HRO suits, but they got destroyed. Not by me, by a disgruntled ex-employee, if you will, if you catch my drift. And so I grew up in LA, and a lot of my friends, they went to prison, they went to YA, and they would shit. I could barely buy any eggs. I'm not sure where she got that idea from, but so, a lot of my friends went to prison, and I would be the friend that wasn't in prison. So they would reach out to me. I would accept their collect calls or whatever. And about 4 or 5 years ago, my brother-in-law is in Orange County. And then, so they would always reach out to me. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I saw like a lot of people were putting a lot of stuff out when it came to prison on YT. And I was like, I wanted to add my spin to it, but without glorifying prison. So I had a buddy of mine he was up in Pelican Bay, and at that time he was GP. He was active. He had been down for like 14, 15 years at that time. And one day he called me up. He was like, hey, he was like, they want me to hit somebody. And I was like, damn. When he told me that, like I just like got I felt that like all over my body, like I just got cold. I was like, damn. And then he was like, but I'm not gonna do it. I turned it down. I said, Chales. I was like, oh shh. Then the next thing that happened, the hairs on my neck went up. I was like, damn, because I already knew what was gonna happen to him. You see, James, there is a guy on here that makes pizzas. He sells them in LA. Okay, for sure, Linda. Thank you. And so he told me that, and the first thing I was like, man, this fool's gonna get got. Like they're gonna take him out if he don't do that. So then he was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I was like, damn. I was kind of surprised because I never expected that from him, for him to turn something down like that, because he had been living that life. He had been living that life for years, 14, 15 years at that time. You got to CollectCallFrom. And so he told me that, and this was like right before, like it was like in November or December of, I think, 2021, I think at that time. So then he ended up calling me up, like, I think before the end of the year. And he was like, hey, I'm gonna hang up the gloves. He was like, I'm gonna lock it up. And what that means was that he was gonna tell the cops that he could no longer be on that prison yard anymore. And so then, yeah, sure enough, I think like on the 1st or the 1st or 2nd of January, he called me up. He was like, hey, I'm no longer on the GP anymore. I'm in AdSec. And like I mentioned earlier on, he was in Pelican Bay. Hey, what's up? How's it going? From the UK. And then he was there for maybe like about, maybe like 3-4 months. And during that time, I had been trying to get approved for video visits. At that time, California, they were doing the WebEx video visits. And I was trying to get approved, but they wouldn't approve me. They were always denying me for some little mediocre reason, or some insignificant reason. So finally, what I ended up doing, I ended up telling my wife, I was like, hey, apply for this visitation form. I need you to get approved, but you're not going to go on the video visit. I just want you to get approved. And when the video visit starts, I'm going to jump on. And my lady's like, you're crazy. I was like, just do it. She was like, all right. She filled that out and she mailed it out and she got approved. So then my lady goes like on the video visit. And as soon as my homie jumps on, and then, you know, I don't jump on in front of the camera. My wife stays in front of the camera, and I'm on the side. And at this time, the way they would do the video visits, they were in a cage. Hold on. I'm getting a car right now. Let me see here. Hold on. Give me a minute. Oh, snap. Hold on. All right. He'll call back. So my wife gets on. My wife's on the video, and man, you know what? I got a video. I actually recorded that video visit. I'm gonna ask him if it's cool for me to show it so you guys could see what it's like video visiting from Pelican Bay. So he was in a cage. So there's a cage. Before the video visit starts, it's white doors and they're perforated. They have a bunch of little holes on them. So when he comes, they open up the gate or the door. He walks in and he has a white suit on. And then he turns around, and then inside that door, here it is. The phone's ringing. Hold up. All right.
This is Global call is now being recorded. You have a prepaid call from
James. Okay, I got you guys. Don't even trip.
An incarcerated individual at
the
Centinela State Prison, Centinela, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now.
5 hold up.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello.
What's up, James?
What up? Hey, Silas. So just a heads up. We are currently live. We got a few people in here that are going to be listening to the conversation.
Okay.
All right. So how are you doing today, Silas? And would you mind introducing yourself to the audience that's tuning in right now?
Sure. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Silas M. Johnson. I'm a 47-year-old African male. I've been incarcerated 24 years for second degree. I don't want to say the magic 187 and first degree 211. And I'm currently preparing for border parole hearings June 25th. Bachelor student at San Diego State University, Cuba Vista program here at Centinela State Prison, and I'll be obtaining my interdisciplinary bachelor's degree in graphic design, communications, and journalism next month.
Hey, Silas.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you make sure you have your microphone closer to your mouth? They're saying that they can't hear you.
Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay, for sure. All right, guys.
Okay, how's that?
Can you just talk a little bit in? Okay. They're saying that they can hear you just fine now.
Is that better?
Yeah, that sounds better. Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'll start again. Hello, everybody. My name is Silas M. Johnson. I'm a 47-year-old African male. I've been incarcerated 24 years for second degree 187 and first degree 211. I'm currently housed in Centinela State Prison, where I'm awaiting BPH, Border Parole hearings, June 25th, and this will be my subsequent hearing. And I'm going in there with the hopes of obtaining suitability, parole. I'm a bachelor's student at San Diego State, and I'll be obtaining my interdisciplinary degree in communications, graphic design, and journalism next month. I'm a published author of the poetry book titled The Rivers Light in the Barren Tunnel, Elegies and Effigy. You can pick that up on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. And I'm a contributor here with my guy James on @CollectCall. I've sat in for interviews, been interviewed, told my life story. You can see that on at CollectCallFrom on YouTube. And so just a little bit about myself.
Thank you, Silas. I appreciate you sharing that with the audience. And I'm gonna read off some of these comments here that they put on. I had let them know we just finished up a court in Maricopa County, and I had let them know that we were gonna be on a phone call with you. So you called in at the perfect time. And let me see, we got we got Raven. Raven writes hi. Let me see what else. We got Señorita. We got Soñerita. Pocahontas, she writes hi Silas. We got Lisa, she writes hello. We got Sancho 310 writes speak up. Let me see who. Let me see. And then,
what's up, everybody? What's up, Lisa? What's up, Raven? What's up, Sancho? How you guys doing this evening? It's a pleasure to be with you guys tonight.
And let me see what else. And then we got Jeanette. She writes hi. She writes hi Silas. And then we got Carrie G __ OG Canadian flag. She writes no nighttime whispers.
No nighttime whispers. Got you. I'm gonna keep it loud and clear for you guys out there. And thanks for the heads up on the audio. So trying to get that corrected as we speak.
That's for sure. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and read off a few more comments right here. We got Cheyenne, and they write good luck to him on his parole hearing. Let me see here.
Hey, I appreciate that, Cheyenne.
And you know what? And I don't think.
That. Thank you. Thanks so much.
I'm not sure if I caught Silas mentioning, but Silas is a published author. He got a book on Amazon.
Yeah, you guys. You can pick that up on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Actually, you don't even have to Google the book title. You can just Google Silas M. Johnson, SILAS M. Johnson, and it'll pop up. It's a cover with a mountain range, a lake, and a blood moon, and definitely check that out.
All right, and then let me see. I got Shelby. Shelby writes prayers to him. We got Patricia. She writes good luck to him, and then Sancho 310 writes, "Damn, he's doing his thing." Richard.
I'm trying to. I'm getting there.
Richard writes, "Good for him for getting his education." Whiskey Jar writes, "Hello, Silas." Jeanette writes, "Good luck on your parole, Silas." Alexandria writes prayers and positive vibes for him. Sancho 310 writes, "Let him know it's a few hundred here." No sé, I don't understand that one. Sancho clarifying that. Let me see. Amber writes, "Hello, praying you get parole." Let me see. Patricia writes, "Good for him, doing good." Mama Bear writes, "Good luck on your parole hearing. Pray you get out, start fresh." Jelly Bean writes, "Hi." Faith writes, "Good luck." Rosie writes, "Good luck." And Mr. This is funny. This one cracks me up. He goes by Mr. Throat Clogger. It even makes my throat uncomfortable saying that. He writes, "Silas, all the best from England, brother."
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the well wishes from all of you guys. It really means a lot. And I got kind of hit with an uppercut a little bit earlier tonight, but man, I'm hanging in there, man. Since the time we got off earlier, and I went out to take a shower, and I got some mail, and I got served divorce papers.
Damn, she struck first, Silas.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, she rocked me, man. She rocked me. So yeah, I was talking to my cousin, my older cousin. I talked to her about it a little bit, man, and man, it sucks, man. You know, especially, you know, like I was telling my cousin, man, like, you know, like I'm not the type to play the victim, man, and you know, and with the woe is me, man. You know, like I've you know, I made things really, really hard for my wife, and you know, and it sucks that things have come to this point, you know. But I mean, yeah, man, it's unfortunate, man, but like, we're the architect of our own redemption and our own destruction. So, I just gotta accept accountability for my actions and just move forward, man. The only thing I can control is what I can control, man. So it's all about keeping the main thing, man. My focus is on my education and my future and my freedom, man. And everything else, so it'll work itself out.
Hey, Silas, and someone read out some of these comments right here. Let me see. We got a comment from Jeanette. She writes, Silas, I'll take a look on Amazon at your book. Proud of you getting that book published. Amber writes, I'm sorry. Lindy writes, positivity, dreads positivity. Will be praying for you. Let me see. I think it says float keg writes, does he think he will get parole?
I know I'll get paroled, but I mean, whether it's this time or a subsequent hearing after this, I believe that I'm going to get paroled this time. I mean, but obviously it's not in my hands. It's in the Board of Parole hearings' hands. I believe that I've done everything, within the requirements that they've asked me to earn the suitability. But I mean, I'm on this side of things, so hopefully they feel the same way, man. And I'm just hoping and praying that that's the result. We've all been waiting a long time for this and working towards it. So I'm just hoping that that's the end result.
Right. I mean, shit. I mean, as long as you're doing what the board, because the last time you went in front of the board, right, was your first hearing. You were denied. Did they lay out a blueprint or let you know what you needed to work on in order for you to be found suitable on your upcoming hearing?
Actually, they did. They asked me to just continue, the non-disciplinary path without receiving any write-ups, obviously. To continue my education, to obtain a couple of self-help programs, particularly criminal thinking and denial management. I've done both of those multiple times. So, yeah, and just, so I've done what they've required of me. And, I had an administrative review last November, and they actually brought me back early because of it, because they acknowledged everything that I'd done in their plan. So, yeah, so I mean, the rest is up to the commissioner and deputy commissioner, and I mean, obviously, should I gain a suitability, the governor after that, So, we'll see. Keep your prayers up and your fingers crossed for me. I could use it right now.
Let me ask you something.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So I know in previous conversations you mentioned something that one of the board members told you. I don't know exactly how to word it, but it was something into the effect of having an education. Like, having an education doesn't make you smart. Would you mind sharing the quote that the board member told you, if you remember what I'm speaking of?
I'll paraphrase it. He said that, quote, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but my dad used to tell me that, education is fine, but there's such thing as educated fools. And what good is obtaining your bachelor's degree if you're not addressing the underlying issues and criminality that has brought you to prison and continues to keep you in prison? So I think you might want to address your criminal thinking in the future and try and figure out how you can make both your education and classes, self-help classes, work together. End quote.
Hey, Carrie G _ OG Canadian flag writes. We all watch enough parole board hearings. We can be real life parole board questionnaires for your practice.
Hey, yo, I'm down. I'm down for some sessions. I'm like Rocky IV up in here training for this thing. I mean, really, it's just really. I mean, I'll take that back. I say that in jest. I mean, a lot of this is just when you first starting the whole like rehabilitative process and preparing for board. like you're preparing for it, like it's a test, and now it's just, I mean, it's less preparing for it, I mean, obviously you have to, get support letters and job inquiries and transitional housing support letters and stuff like that, but it's more just living your life in a way that you're going to continue when you go into society, just being a decent human being and doing the right thing at all times, so, I mean, I venture to say that BPH's standards are so high that a lot of us reintegrate to society as better people than most of the people that are out there, just because the bar is so high for us, because of our past.
Damn, let me see. We got some other comments right here. We got Mercedes. She writes, "We got a plan for why you feel we should grant you parole." And then we got Carrie G. She writes, I work aggressive behaviors and can ask questions to make you think deeper than textbooks answers."
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Can you go back to the first one, the first question?
So the first one she wrote, Mercedes. Hold on, I lost it. I gotta go. Let me jump on the phone so I could get it back up. She wrote, where did she put it? Right here. She put, "We got a plan for why do you feel you should grant parole." Like why you should be granted parole question.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna call back and then I'll answer when I call back.
All right, for sure. Hola, what up? No face. Hey, Andrea, you asked me. I saw in the comments you asked if I have mods. Yeah, there's a few mods, but you know what? Honestly, the chat is normally pretty good. We really don't have like that many issues when it comes to the chat. Everybody is normally pretty good, and when anybody gets out of line, I'll put them on a timeout or whatever. So, I feel fortunate, with you guys that come in. The chat is pretty good, normally cracking jokes and whatnot, at other people's expenses, but it be like that sometimes. All right, Silas is calling back. All right, there we go.
This call is now being recorded. You have a prepaid call from
Silas Johnson,
an incarcerated individual at the Centinela State Prison, Centinela, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call.
The book should be available everywhere.
For this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now.
You could buy it online. Let me patch him in.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello, Silas.
Okay, I'm back. I got you.
So right now, before you start speaking, somebody asked me if they could find your book in Quebec, Canada, and I mentioned that they could buy it online on Amazon. And Lisa, thank you, Lisa. She actually put the name of your book, "A River in a Light, a Barrel Tunnel," and then she also elegies and effigies. Silas M. Johnson. So. Yeah. That's Silas. He's the author of the book that we're currently speaking with, and that's the name of his book. And if you just type in his name, it'll come up on Google.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. So I don't think that I should. The language that I believe she used was a plan. Why I should be paroled. I think should is like a little heavy-handed with the language. I have a plan when I go back into society. I have transitional housing secured. I have educational opportunities secured through a master's degree program at San Diego State, through the criminal justice program, through underground scholars at UCLA for their criminal justice degree program. I have job opportunities out there in society. That I'm going to be entering into therapy, with the clinician to decompress and to reintegrate back into society after being away for so long. So I have a comprehensive plan. I have relapse prevention plans regarding gangs and violence, criminality, drugs, domestic violence, and I've developed risk assessment. Relapse prevention plans for issues like domestic violence, which I've never had any issues with, but I just I took a holistic approach. So I'm prepared, and I don't believe that I should be granted parole. I believe that I've earned an opportunity to be found suitable at parole. I think that's a better way of putting it.
Thank you. Let me see. I got some more questions on here. We got one from Mama Bear, and she's asking, after being incarcerated for so long, do you think you'll adjust fine in the community?
I think there's going to be an adjustment period, definitely. I mean, I've been away for, nearly a quarter century. You know, when I left the streets, you know, I had a pager.
Damn.
You know what I mean? It was February 2001. I had a cell phone, but I had a pager. You know, and there were no smartphones, and the internet was just like, you know,
infancy.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
The internet was just black screens in chat rooms where, you know, there were no faces, and you know what I mean? You just type it in on a black screen, and there were just handles on there, you know, and different colored text to distinguish the people from each other. You know, like, you know, so like a lot of things have changed. I mean, I've lost my mother and father since I've been in here. You know, my daughter has grown into a woman since I've been here, and just me going back into society with technology the way it is, and life being fast-paced and paced out there, and I'm under no illusion that in here, while I've accomplished a lot, things are pretty regimented and scheduled. I know what's going to happen every day in here. There are only so many different things that can happen here, and like I know how to do time, like, you know, and so I'm acclimated to this. Things are going to be off schedule out there in society. There are going to be things that I can't account for, that I have to, you know, kind of adjust to, and I think that's going to be, you know, that's going to be a huge thing. You know, I'll be paying rent. You know, I'll be paying car insurance. I'll be paying health insurance. You know, there are a lot of things in here that I get for free in here. You know, that I'm going to have to work for out there, which I'm looking forward to. But I know it's going to be a transition and a change. So I think I'll have a little bit of social anxiety, you know, in here. This is a contained environment. I think probably large crowds of people out there are going to be unnerving for me to begin with, particularly at school or at sporting events. But, you know, I mean, just like I got acclimated to being in prison, I'll get reacclimated to being in society. But I'll face some challenges for sure.
And I want to give a shout out to Crystal, the yapper. She sent an Interstellar. She just sent a little icon on the screen. So I appreciate that, Crystal. And then somebody was asking. I'm not sure who it was. Somebody was offering to pay for the phone calls or whatever. And man, I really, and that was Crystal that offered that. She was willing to pay for the phone calls. And these calls, you know, fortunately in the state of California, these calls are free. They don't cost anything. So anytime Silas calls in, or anybody that calls me in the state of California, they don't have to pay anything. You know, the taxpayers are picking up that bill, if you will. So, but hey, nice. I appreciate the gesture. But whenever,
thank you for that.
Yeah. The only thing that does cost is like the video calls, but they're not that expensive. So, you know, I don't expect anything from you guys. Like I'm always telling you guys, you know, I do this, you know, to help these gentlemen out, you know, with getting out whatever message they want to put out. You know, as long as it's positive, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anybody that's gonna promote, you know, prison violence or promote prison, because at the end of the day, prison is not the place to be. I've never been there. Like I'm always telling you, I've never been to prison, but I know countless people that been to prison, and they tell me, man, they wish that they were out here in the streets. So, you know, that's why I set up this platform originally, you know, to do these phone calls. And obviously it's changed, you know, over the months. You know, I'm doing different type of videos and whatnot, you know, court hearings, parole board hearings. But, you know, I always like to stick back to why I originally started this platform, was to bring people on like the Mr. Silas here, Mr. Silas M. Johnson.
Yeah, and man, we appreciate that. You know, eventually, you know, you provide a space for people to develop an understanding, for what the whole incarcerated process is, man. A lot of people out there, you know, they're not educated on the type of animal that a prison setting is, you know, and the most important thing for me is that you provide us a platform to do is to educate people, and then for obviously first and foremost for the victims of crime to be honored. I don't want to ever lose sight of that, you know. I have the victims of crime, you know, people that are victimized in society. For people who are still here, and fortunately one person who isn't here. And I never want to lose sight of the people who've been affected by my victimization. You know, I always want to keep that at the forefront. You know, and I think the other half of it is you humanizing us and letting people know that we're better than the worst thing or things that we've done. You know, I mean, imagine anybody out there, imagine being judged for the worst thing that you've ever done in your life, you know? I mean, and that's certainly not to minimize the terrible things that I've done in my lifetime, you know? But I just say that to illuminate the fact that people are redeemable and that there's a way back from the worst things that you've done.
Yeah, you're absolutely. Well, you know what? For the most part, I do believe in that statement. There's certain individuals that have committed certain crimes that I would rather, you know, have them being thrown in a wood chipper, but you know, some people are redeemable. So you know, I appreciate, you know, sharing that with us, Silas. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and read off some of these other comments here.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Let me see. Patricia writes, his book has 5 stars on Amazon. Damn, Silas got the 5 stars on Amazon.
I didn't know I was living like that, but I appreciate it.
You see,
man, what's the highest you can go?
That's it. 5 stars. You got the highest. You got the highest of the highs right there on Amazon.
Word.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, man. It's deeply personal to me, man. It's, you know, it's deeply revealing and personal, and I didn't write any of the poems or the songs in there to put it out in book form. It just happened that way organically, and I'm really thankful that people, you know, appreciate what I've done, and, you know, me sharing some of my experiences through art.
Thank you, Sally. So I'm gonna read up one of these other comments right here. We got a comment from Shelby. She writes, and I know you get this a lot because I know I've told you this before also, that you're well spoken, and also another person put that on here on Mama Bear put very intelligent and well spoken. I'm sure you get that a lot when you conversate with people, and I remember you mentioning that one of the reasons you do speak the way you do is because of your grandfather. You know, he had a lot to do with that. That's one of the things that does stick out to me when you originally, you know, shared your journey with me back, you know, over a year and a half ago. Or your vocabulary.
Yeah, definitely. My father and grandfather definitely instilled the importance of education and etiquette and you know, vernacular and everything, you know, like that. That was a must. I used slang when I walked outside of my house, not while I was at home.
That's right. Let me see. I got a question for you right here from Carrie G. Where'd that question go? I just saw it right there. Let me see. She asked, if I remember correctly, she asked, what would your first day out of prison look like?
So I kind of have it already planned out. I mean, who knows how it'll go? I mean, just the last month has changed dramatically. But my plan is to meet up with James outside of the prison and talk to a couple of the fellas in here. I want to, you know, pay homage to the people here, you know, and not forget about them. And so then I want to go to the Imperial Valley campus. I've obtained an AA degree in psychology from there, but I've never set foot on the campus. The professors come here to the institution, and so I just want to go there and walk around on the campus that I got a degree from, you know, and if some of the professors are there who I've taken their class and they're on campus, pop in and say hello. My book is actually in the library there on campus, so go like actually look at my book in the library, and leave there, probably get something to eat and go to San Diego State University and walk around on the campus there. The same deal, you know. Next month on the 15th, I'll be receiving a bachelor's degree, but I've never set foot on the campus, so just go there and, you know, probably hit up a couple of the professors that are there. There's one professor there, a criminal justice professor there, who's Dr. Trevolova, who's near and dear to my heart. She's a wonderful human being, and she's been really supportive, and I'm looking forward to applying to the criminal justice degree program there. So just go there and tap in with them, and after that, probably head up PCH, man, and go home, you know.
And I do want to mention this, that I 110% plan to be there when Silas walks out them gates, and I am going to be streaming it live. I just want to go ahead and give you guys a heads up. I am going to be streaming in the middle of nowhere, so if you remember, please do not tell me, James, your internet's buffering. We can't see you. Your screen is stuck. I can't control the internet when I'm in the middle of nowhere, but rest assured that I will be doing many copies of him walking off that van. I'm gonna be streaming it. I'm gonna be also recording it with my camcorder. So if you're not able to catch him when he's walking out, because if the internet is freezing or whatever, I'll go ahead and update it and upload that video. For those of you that don't know, I also have a YT channel.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I also have a YT channel, and I've done two other prison releases. We had Joe, which came out almost a little bit over a year ago. We also had Jeremiah, and I was out there. For Joe's, I didn't stream it, but for Jeremiah's, I did. So for when Silas comes out, I'm definitely stepping up my game. We're gonna be doing some phone calls and interview him as soon as he walks up that prison bus. So I know the call's about to hang up, Silas. If you want to go and give us a call back, and we'll go ahead and continue.
Okay.
All right, for sure. So Shelby, the Board of Parole hearings are actually not open to the public. I wish I could. Hey, thank you, Kerry. I'll go ahead and let him know that you downloaded that book. When is he? So he goes to in front of the parole board, I believe in June. If he is found suitable, he will be coming home by December of this year. So what are we in April now? So he might be home in about 8 months or so, if everything goes well for him in front of these parole board. I downloaded it also. I'll go ahead and let him know right now when we connect the call right now.
This is Global Calling. You have a prepaid call from
Silas Johnson.
an incarcerated individual at the Centinela State Prison, Centinela, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello, Silas. Hey, so
all right, I'm back.
I had two people mention that they just downloaded that book. Carrie G__OG Canadian Flag and Amber, they both said they downloaded your book. And Carrie G just wrote, "I will give my honest review once I read it." So Silas, be ready. You're gonna have a book critic letting you know what time it is.
Hey, I just want to let you know I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my ish. So be nice.
Hey, we also got Crazy Lisa from the UK. She said I also downloaded too. So you got three individuals out here that just downloaded your book. So oh man, hopefully I've personally never read your book, but I'm looking to hear back some feedback from our audience to let us know what they think.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And if you don't like it, you can tap in with me on the Getting Out app and send your reviews. Because I need to keep the 5-star rating. Just if you have a bad review, just get my contacts on the Getting Out app and message me privately. We need to keep that 5-star rating going. Man.
So let me
Yeah,
see.
but thank you, three, so much. I appreciate your support and love to you guys for sure. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you from my heart.
Hey, Carrie writes, "I'm harshly truthful, so I will keep that in mind." Also, we got a question from a former lifer, Jose Feelings for Christ, and he's asking, why was Silas denied on his first parole hearing?
I was denied because in 2020 I committed EDD fraud. I accessed $10,000 from the Employment Development Department, and I also in 2022 and 2023 I was circumventing restitution, sending money to other people's books so they could go to canteen for me. So by doing that, I wasn't paying the 50% restitution that I owe, and you know it's a criminal act as well. So that's why I was denied suitability in 2023.
And that's what I've been talking about, because this week we just actually sat in on some embank hearings in California, Monday and Tuesday, and I was mentioning to the audience that that's a lot of people are when it comes to confidential information, because they were asking me what is confidential information. I was like, it could mean various things, but normally it's either going to be avoiding paying restitution or EDD fraud. So a lot of people, sometimes they tune in, they're not from the U.S., so they're not familiar, or they're not from California, and they don't know what EDD fraud is. So I broke it down to them. We did have a few cases on over the last 2 days that people got in, they got in bank just for that exact same thing. They got found suitable, and they found out about it, and now I don't think they're probably going to be in there for either at least like a year and a half, or depending on how long they got denied for.
Yeah. So essentially, during COVID, the Employment Development Department, they were granting people $10,000 or higher, for small businesses or individuals that were in the process of being evicted, or people who were out there actually earning a living and working, who, by no fault of their own through the pandemic, were about to be displaced, and so there was an emergency fund, and people here had discovered that if you just sent your information and online, that you would get cashed out, a card with 10,000. So that's essentially how it started, and word spread like wildfire in prison, and it's worse than TMZ in here. And so I just overheard people talking about it and instituted it myself out there in society, which was insanely stupid. And so after that I was, like I said, circumvent restitution, and because hell, why, if you commit a crime, then you're damn not, you're taking money illegally, then the last thing in my criminal thinking was to get the money back. So so I'm circumventing restitution, trying to funnel the money in, and it was just like I said, insanely stupid. And believe me, $10,000 isn't worth 18 months of your life in prison.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
After 24 years in here, $10 million isn't worth 18 months of my life in here.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Silas. I got a question from one of our viewers here. She's asking, can you ask him, do you believe in prison abolition?
I believe that prisons should be institutions of learning and true rehabilitation. I think the problem with the correction model now is that society would have you, well, politicians and community leaders would have you believe, and lawmakers would have you believe that prison or jail is in and of itself is an intervention. And for me, I was in camp when I was 16. I've been out of the county jail a couple of times, and even a life sentence wasn't enough to deter me from criminal thinking and gangland culture and violence. the intervention for me was a therapeutic environment and educational opportunities. I don't know if prison abolition would be, I don't know if that would be feasible. I think that if prisons were turned into institutions of learning, then that would put this place out of business in and of itself. I believe in prison abolition, but I believe that the way to deconstruct these institutions is to educate people, and because when people are educated, their worldview is broadened and they understand that they have opportunities that are accessible to them, and if not, they can build opportunities. So I'm for prison abolition. I think I'm a different type of abolitionist. I'm an educational abolitionist, as opposed to just, not incarcerating people and setting people free to repeat the same mistakes, because I've seen people come in and out of here. So I think it's a tough question. I think the solution is education, but society has to invest in that solution.
All right, Silas. So I got some comments that I'm gonna read out from Jose, which is Felons for Christ, and like I mentioned earlier, he was also a former lifer, and I'm gonna read off his comments here. Let me see. I just gotta get this off of the screen here, and I'll read off his messages here. Oh, my screen is stuck. So let me see here. So he writes, let me see here. He says, "I wish I could speak to him." Let me see. He writes, he speaks well, but is not applying what he speaks. Dig deeper, Silas, into your insight. And then he also put, he's not taking responsibility and minimizing. He needs a better answer than that.
I'm not sure what he's talking about as far as like the answer to. Maybe he could clarify the answer to what.
I think he's referring to when you were speaking about the EDD fraud, and yeah, I think that's when those messages came up when you were speaking about the EDD fraud. Yeah, to his EDD claim.
Well, I appreciate the input.
All right. So let me see. Let me go ahead and then Carrie was asking, how much was your restitution? I missed it.
It was $12,000, and I have $6,000 left. So I paid $6,000 so far.
And is it true now that they're not taking restitution out of when people are putting money on your books now, or Jay paying you, or something?
No, that's not true. There's a law there's some kind of provision that was passed that if you have 10 years in, that they don't charge you they dissolve the restitution, they forgive it. But if you have a direct payment order like myself, then that's not true. Then you still have to pay your restitution.
Yeah. All right. Let me see here. Let me go through some. I'll go in because I know a lot of people have been dropping questions in there. So I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I'm trying to read up these comments. Let me see here. Kay Larson wrote, a lot of people did EDD fraud. Yeah, like you mentioned earlier on, it did spread like wildfire. And let me ask you something. When you did apply for the EDD, did you think that was gonna come back and haunt you at a later date, or you were like, man, screw it, like I'm just gonna get that money?
I mean, I at that point I didn't care. I didn't care. It was catch me if you can. If it comes back, at that point, freedom wasn't a real possibility. I knew that a couple of lifers were going home, but I had done so much in here that freedom was never really a possibility, a real possibility for me. So I was operating under the pretense that I was going to be in here for the rest of my life anyway. So I mean, it wasn't, the consequence wasn't of any consequence to me at the time.
So was this before? So was this before you crossed over when you committed the fraud?
Yeah, I was still on Charlie Yard at that time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So I could see where you're coming from on that one. Let me see here. Let me keep on going through these. I'm scrolling up right now to try to find some other questions that I might have missed. We got a question from Float, and she's asking, will you have any restrictions when he gets out?
I'll be on parole. I'll be on life for parole. And I've seen a few people, usually 13 months to like a year and a half there on parole. I'll enter into a transitional house, and I'll be required to be housed there for about 6 months. It can be up to a year, but I think, the mandatory period is traditionally around 6 months.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Obviously, no weapons, no drinking, drugs, no hanging around gang members, and, no antisocial behavior, But it's pretty much the gist of it.
And then I got another question from Mama Bear. She's asking, what are some of the challenges you face while in prison?
I guess just kind of living in this environment and outgrowing it. Like, I've outgrown this place now, so I'm working towards a future, that I'm going to walk into, but I'm still here, and the dichotomy is kind of jarring at times, and I understand that, I have to go through the process, but it's at the same time being here and knowing that my mind and my heart has changed, and I'm in a different place in my life, and I'm prepared for the next step, for what's, for the good parts of life. It's a challenge, still being here, knowing that, despite the facts that I'm accomplished, despite the fact that that I'm employable now, and I'm ready to make a living and do all of these things with my life, I still have to account for the things that...
You have 60 seconds remaining.
And it's difficult focusing on the future and at the same time being shackled, to your past. It's difficult. And I know it's deserving, I should be, because of the actions, the things that I've done. But it's a tough line to walk.
All right, I know we just got hit with the 60-second mark. I got one more phone call in me. If you want to call back, and I'll go ahead and read out some more questions and some more comments to you, for you when you call back. I have one comment from Amber, and she wrote, "I would totally speak for him to get parole." If anybody wants to write any letters for support, how would they go about and how would they go about getting that to the parole board if they want to help you out with any letters for parole? And you could answer that when you call back.
Okay.
All right. All right. So Silas will be calling back. I got one more phone call because, man, I've been on here than I anticipated. So, but I'm not sure I will be back for the 11 o'clock hearings. But if you do want to watch the 11 o'clock hearings, I will be streaming that on YT at CollectCallFrom. Let me see. His surface answering the question being asked on this live. We're not the parole board.
Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from
Silas Johnson.
an incarcerated individual at the Centinela State Prison, Centinela, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Okay,
Hello.
okay.
All right. So
Yeah, so I think go ahead.
yeah, no, I was gonna ask you how can they help you out if somebody wants to write a letter for you, for the parole board on your behalf.
Okay, so I think go ahead.
Yeah, no, go. No, I was gonna ask you how can they help you out if somebody wants to write a letter for you, for the parole board on your behalf. For the parole board on your behalf.
Okay. The easiest way would be to download the Getting Out app and get into my contacts, and that way you could kind of like preview like the letter, and after that you could just get my address and just mail it directly to me. You would address it to the Board of Parole Hearings, obviously, and just mail it to me, and I could give it to my attorney, and he would scan it and submit it to the BPH, to the Board of Parole Hearings.
Okay, so it's not too complicated. And what kind of format should the letter be in?
I would say just something short and sweet, like just address it formally, to the Board of Parole Hearings, and just give like a little summary, of their interaction with me, and what they've noticed from me. One thing that you should not put in there is, that you believe I've served enough time, or anything like that, because the BPH and myself included are very victim-centric. So, I think just kind of just telling your truth about your experience with me, and, and what you believe I have to offer, this planet, society, and, and I think that would be just be genuine,
All right, Silas, appreciate that.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I got another question from Crazy Lisa from the UK, and she writes, and I believe she's from Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. She has the flag with the little X and it's blue. She writes, how does he feel his parole will go this time?
I believe that I have a great chance to be found suitable. I believe that I have a great chance to be found suitable, and I'm hopeful. I've worked hard, and I think that this is the culmination of, it should be the culmination of all my hard work. So, and I'm ready. So I believe it'll go well. Shout out to Scotland. What's up, Crazy Lisa?
Oh, and then somebody just correct me. I referred to them as a female because they had a butterfly in their name. My apologies. Oh man, that's what I get for assuming that it was a female because they had a butterfly in their name. My apologies. And let me see here.
Crazy Lisa. that's a handle.
Right. Let me see here. And then Jeanette is
asking.
asking.
What time is it in Scotland? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just asking her what time it was in Scotland. Go ahead.
Let me see if they. So we got it's 6 a.m. right now, right? It's Crazy Lisa.
Oh wow! Wow, that is insane.
They're living in the future,
Shout out
Silas.
Crazy Lisa, up early in the morning. Yeah, they back to the future out there.
Let me see. I got another question for you from Animal Lover. She's asking, I'm assuming it's a girl. I think it's a girl. Let me see. Can you ask him if he gets put in the hole, do they get more charges, please?
Not necessarily. They call it restrictive housing unit now. It used to be administrative segregation or segregation housing unit. No, not in every case. The last thing I'm thinking about is going to the hole, though. So you might want to ask somebody else that who's earlier in their term, who's feeling a little bit more randy. But nah, you usually don't catch. It depends on what you do. I mean, obviously, if you assault somebody violently, then the chances go up. Or if you have like drugs, but usually not though.
We got somebody tuning in from Australia, and I think the name is pronounced Liashi. I'm probably butchered that, but she writes it's 2:58 p.m. in Australia.
2:50 p.m.
Yep.
Wow, I need to get some international friends. I need to get some. I need an international friend. What's up, crazy Lisa out there in Scotland, in Australia? I need somebody across the pond to chat with. I need to get more worldly out there. It's crazy. That is mind blowing, man.
Right. Man, you know when I initially started this, I never imagined that we would be we would be connecting with people in other parts of the world. I was just thinking like, man, we'll be, probably connecting with people in Southern California, maybe LA. Like I never saw this vision of us being able to interact with people halfway around the world.
Okay, so I'm about to ask a really silly question. So I know that Scotland is tomorrow. Is Australia earlier today?
So no, so it would
tomorrow.
It's already tomorrow. Yeah, so it would be they're already the 24th already. They're already halfway through their day.
Wow, that is insane.
And somebody's asking me how can they talk to individuals in prison. So if you want to reach out to any individuals that are in California, you would download an app called GTL Getting Out app. It's you would go to either your Play Store or the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store, and you would just type in GTL Getting Out app. It's a green text looking app, and once you download that, it's free to download. And I think that it allows you to send 5 free messages for free or 20 free messages for free when you open it up, and then it costs 5 cents per message to be able to text back and forth, and that's pretty cheap compared to other states. Other states, I think they charge like 50 cents. And then these calls, they're free. Even international calls are free for Silas, so you could call anywhere in the world. You won't have to pay anything. You don't have to set up another phone number. He could call wherever you're at if you choose to do that. So you wouldn't be paying anything when it comes to these phone calls, if you will.
So how do they get like somebody into their contacts?
So what they would do is there's I believe there's a button on there that it'll say like find contact. They would punch find, and then it would ask for your CDCR number. So it would be T, what is it? What's your number? T0030, is it 303?
No, it's T63332.
Okay. So they would type that in, and then when they type that in, your name will come up. It'll show like Silas, and then I think it'll have like the first initial of your last name, and then they hit add contact, and then that'll add them to their phone book within the app, and then from there they could send you messages, and then you guys could go ahead and communicate back and forth. What was your number again? What was it? You said T6. Was it 3 2s? I mean 3 3s?
No. Yes, 3 3s. T63332.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. 'Cause somebody put it up there and it was missing. It looked kind of short to me. So yeah. So that's T63332. Yep.
And so you can look me up. It won't have my middle initial. It'll just be Silas Johnson instead. So the M will be missing. It'll be just Silas Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's how you guys could go about if you guys wish to speak to him, and it's pretty simple. It's not that hard. The only thing is gonna ask you what prison he's at. So he would be located in Centinela State Prison. So I think Centinela, I think you have to go down 12 prisons from that when you have to select the prisons. It's CEN. Look for Centinela State Prison. I think I made a video like back in the days when I originally started this to help people guide them through that. But hopefully the information I provided helps you guys out. Reaching out to any individuals you wish to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely interested in meeting new friends. I'm full disclosure, I'm not looking for love. I'm literally getting my heart kicked around as we speak. So that's off the table for me. I am not looking for love, but yeah, I'm definitely interested in meeting new friends and building bridges, and particularly with people overseas. Like that's, I've always wanted to travel to Scotland and Ireland and in the UK. So I'm definitely interested in chatting with people overseas. So that'd be awesome.
For sure. We got a comment from Carrie G__OG Canadian flag. She writes, well, I could come up with some good questions to make him think and be prepared. Also, I know we're a bit short on time. We got about 3 minutes left. Is there anything that you want to share with our viewers before we part our ways for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, as always, thank you for having me on. You know, it's always a blessing, and I count you as a dear friend, and I appreciate you having me aboard. And for all of the viewers and listeners, everybody that's tapped in, I thank everybody for their kind words and their support, and for even the critique. I mean, it's much needed and greatly appreciated. Thank you for the 3 viewers who purchased my book. I definitely appreciate your support and the love, and I send it right back to you guys. And yeah, just anybody that's out there that's, you know, that may be, you know, going through it, maybe lost, lonely, hurt, struggling, or even experiencing joy, just want you to know that we in lockstep with you, and we appreciate you tapping in with us.
Let me see. So we got a comment from Jeanette. She writes, Silas, keep your chin up. I'll be your friend from Wales, UK. There it is, Silas.
I appreciate it. You got a friend right here. Definitely.
And let me see here. And then we got a comment from Karu, I think it is. And she writes, thank you so much, Silas. Let me see. And then we also got a comment from Kay Larson, and they write, "Oh, he feels sad that we're leaving." it be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
And let me see.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, that tapped in with us tonight. So thank you guys a lot. It really did my heart some good to hang out with you guys tonight.
Carrie G writes, love Silas's vulnerability and authenticity. Damn, you guys are really hitting me with the tongue twisters over here. She writes, that takes strength. And then also, let me see, Christian writes, praying for you, Silas. You seem like a changed man. Keep your head up. You'll be home soon. And then let me see. Kay Larson writes, everybody makes mistakes. It's _Annie writes, thank you, Silas. Order your book. Oh, damn, we got another one. Damn, Silas is flying off the shelves today. Let me see.
Thank you, Annie. I appreciate it.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, let me see here. Give me 1 minute, and then let me see. It says, stay blessed from Cody. Stay blessed, Brody. Keep pushing. Let me see. A grammar friend here in Canada writes, Carrie _. G, let me see. Let me read off all the messages. Damn, I'm trying to get them in before they pull the plug on us over here. It's let me see, Annie. I read that one already. I know Feelings for Christ wrote one. Shit, I lost it. See, Arena writes, Lord Jesus with you, keep you in prayer. We got Robin writes, aloha from Hawaii.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
All right, it got cut. Hey guys, so I'm going to take a break. Hey, I do appreciate you guys tuning in today to You Have a Collect Call From. I'm not sure if I'll be back at 11, but if you, like I said, if you guys want to continue watching the hearings that start at 11, which will be in 50 minutes, I will be running the stream on YT at CollectCallFrom on the, same, keep it under the same name. And let me see. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it now. I appreciate you guys, and we will be talking.
Global Link, you have a prepaid call from
Silas Johnson.
an incarcerated individual at the Centinela State Prison, Centinela, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say